like 20 consistent viewers. There was another like super leftist black communist I went on stream with back in the day.
Yeah.
He had like a stutter. He had like trouble kind of getting it out. But it was a fun stream though. He's an all right guy.
Yeah, that's what I think a lot of people like about you. You don't really care about the clout. You're just in it for the lulz. You kind of have that old school internet. I don't give a fuck. I don't really care about money or clout. I just go on any stream and I just
the old school internet is dead as a doornail. I think. I mean, we're standing on its corpse right now. It's nice that you have a platform you can say what you like on, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't do YouTube videos the way I want to do anymore. I mean, even BitChute's taking shit down.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, a lot of people. Well, it's like regionally blocked. I mean, it's not necessarily on BitChute's shoulders, right? Because they're based in the UK, and so the government comes down on them. But, yeah, you put the wrong thing out, man, you're gonna get slapped hard.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised my Nick Fuentes iceberg was like monetized, and I didn't even censor it. I uploaded like a bunch of versions with different censoring, and like a version with like no censoring at all got monetized. I'm like, all right, throwing it up.
Yeah,
it's weird as fuck, but. Yeah, that's what's unfortunate about the internet. Like, I'm younger, so I only caught kind of like the tail end of like what you want to call the old internet. People in Destiny's chat were giving me shit. They're like, "Oh, this kid was like 4 years old when it ended." But I'm talking in like terms of like creative freedom, where you could do whatever you wanted. I was around for like 2016 YouTube. You had Filthy Frank. You had iDubbbz doing all this shit.
I think like the perfect combination was. Because you had to get past like just bulletin boards and news groups and shit, right? Because that was just text. But it was like the perfect combination was right after that, right when it started getting into just a little bit of social media, right? So I mean, I'd consider that to be kind of YouTube-ish. And some of the forums started kind of getting bigger because then you had enough people to interact with, and you each call each other faggot as much as you like, and nobody cared. But then everything started getting overly commercialized and had to be sanitized, and now
it's all centralized too.
Right. So now you've got Prius ads on everything, and you can't say no words, and it's just kind of fucking insufferable. And every forum you go on to, all the old admins and mods that were decent have all trooned out or shot themselves. So you're left with the fucking janitors. There's nothing left for you to enjoy.
Yeah, I miss like forum culture. I used to like using forums, but I feel like they're all like really dead now. Like nobody uses them. Unless if you want to count like Reddit a forum site. But Reddit is terrible. I fucking hate Reddit. It's like the worst experience ever. It's slow. Everybody on there is pretentious as fuck. It's just bad. They censor shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at like, you had NeoGaf. Was it Evil Lore? Ended up getting just involved in a ton of controversy and then kind of lip shitted out a little bit. Low tax, something awful was good for a while, and then it's the same fucking story. They always implode. Every forum that you can visit, any forum you can name, within about 10 years is usually about the time limit, is going to fucking implode and turn into shit.
Yeah, now we're just stuck on websites like Twitter where every good account eventually gets deleted. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, you can't step out of line at all. I can't even imagine what it's like on fucking Facebook or any of the other ones. I'm sure it's just as bad.
From my understanding, TikTok is kind of like more free in certain regards to a degree.
Well, you got to remember, I'm an old man, right? So I don't use any of that high-fangled new fucking technology like cell phones and shit to go onto all these sites. But yeah, I'm sure that's where everybody is in their own little like corners, calling each other nigger.
Yeah, you can actually get away with it sometimes. They have like a weird like slur policy where it's like slurs that have been reappropriated are fine.
Oh, well, that's good to know. I'll put that down in my little book.
So you can say it with an A if you're like half black. That's the standard. That's the standard on TikTok.
You've got to like provide a genetic test to show that you've got the permission to say what you like.
Yeah, pretty much. So I have a big list of questions to divide into two categories. I have the depressing questions and then the not depressing questions. So,
like I said, this is your show. You run it how you like. What do you think is going to be? What do you want to do?
Because it's weird. I don't want to start it on a sour note, but I also don't want to end it on a sour note.
I would do both.
Hit
them when they show up and then knock them in the teeth when they leave.
All right. So how about we start talking with your content route? Because you left for like a year, and I was convinced you weren't going to come back. Because I was like, oh, this guy's made all this money. He's sick. He doesn't really care anymore. He's just going to tweet when he feels like it, and that's it. So
sitting on his shekels, his mountain of shekels, tweeting at the plebs. Is that what you envisioned?
That's just what I thought. I mean, if I was in your position, that's what I would be doing. You know, if I was like some guy who was making like $5,000 a month on Patreon, and I was having all these big streams.
Well, you got to remember, my Patreon got shut down. The second I started doing Transtastic Tales, Patreon got fucking shot in the head.
Yeah, I remember. And you were on.
Yeah, I mean that was instant. That was like a day that hit. And then I dealt with Susan and her bullshit. I got a lot of crap when I did those Weatherman videos.
I thought they were funny.
Well, no, it wasn't that they were funny or not funny. It's that everybody was saying that is never going to work, Jim. That's the stupidest fucking idea. It's never going to work. Guess what? It totally fucking worked.
You got your money back?
Yeah, I got remonetized. I got my money back. Yep.
That's good to know. That's good to know. So if YouTube throws a bullshit claim at you, you upload MS Paint videos, and it eventually works.
That's yeah. You do just fucking banal shit, and then they're like, "Well, fuck. I guess we've chained them up enough. We won."
So what was the reason for the content drought? What were you doing during that time? Because we don't know too much about your personal life. So.
Well, yeah, I was sick for about the last 2 years, so I mean that obviously kind of played a part into it. I guess you're asking me before that, because it kind of tapered off before that. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, because I remember, I think in 2018 you made a Patreon post where you said something about you're like in a wheelchair or whatever, and you might quit doing.
Well, not in a wheelchair.
Not in a wheelchair. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Yeah, no, I wasn't pulling a Tonka just yet. There, I wasn't the big Kimosabi on my fucking rollerblades. But no, I like I said, I got sick. Before that, I don't know. I mean, a bit of it was just kind of the depressing state of shit. If I tried to upload something that I really wanted to upload, it was going to get fucking destroyed right away. If I tried to upload it somewhere that wasn't like a main platform, they all kept getting wiped out. Like for a long time, I'd go to like Stream Me, and I'd stream in the mornings, and I really enjoyed it. And then that site died. And then I went to DLive, and I tried streaming there, and then the Lemon Emperor came after me.
I remember that.
Yep, I went to VidMe and uploaded videos there too. Same story. The website died.
I forgot that website even existed for a second.
Yeah, so I what was the other one? Minds. I tried Minds for a while. So I mean, I dipped my toe into like the alternative platforms to see what would work.
Yeah.
But they'd implode after a year because they wouldn't either get the angel funding they needed right from investors, or there'd be some kind of a issue with copyright or technology used, and so they just get shut down. And so like I don't even know really if I could do more like Transtastic Tales stuff or more furry videos and shit, even on BitChute at this point, because it just feels like it's going to get fucking destroyed. It's either going to get taken down, or half the people in Europe aren't going to be watching it because they're going to get a little pop-up that says, "Oh well, he said something, so it's blocked for you."
Yeah, it's just a sad state of the internet, man. Although you were asking about like a lot of questions about Cozy, are you interested in like kind of streaming on here? I think you said you weren't interested.
No. I mean, like I'll try to do like the monthly recap things, health permitting and shit. But no, I'm on my way out of the game. Well, it's a younger man's game now.
Yeah.
It's your time to shine, my friend.
You got me, Augie, Turkey Tom. We're in between the ages of like 18 and 21. And
I'm telling you, those fucking VTubers too. That's gonna be that's gonna be the hot shit with all that VR stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's why I like Cozy. It kind of reminds me of the old internet in a way, like the vagueness that I can remember it as, because I was like 13 at the time.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you've got like a platform that'll let you say whatever you like, I mean, I'd use it as much as you can.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere like other platforms did, because I don't think Nick would stop America First Live, which was his exclusive streaming platform. He had signed up if he wasn't like convinced this was gonna be like a long-term thing. I think this is gonna stick around for a while.
Yeah, sure. It's just like I said, if you've got a platform to use it. It's just it kind of feels like the door is shutting on it. I mean, I've seen how people have adjusted to like it's different. Like you can't say the insults you want to say or make the jokes you want to say, but I mean, people still make entertaining videos. They still do good shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at Turkey Tom.
Yeah, you've just got to, I guess, adjust to it. I suppose for somebody as old as dust as myself, it's difficult to do that.
Yeah. But Turkey Tom's like he's making a lot of money right now. He's making like $20K a month. He's running like these 2 YouTube channels, and he's slipping in edgy jokes. He's sometimes saying like "fag" in his video or whatever, or I think he said the N-word a few times in the videos.
Oh, well, I want to see the Turkey Tom video where he dedicates like the first 5 minutes talking about how the Jews did 9/11, and let's see how that monetization sticks around.
Yeah, he deleted that video. I think his official reason was, what did he say? Oh, I don't like the thesis anymore. Yeah, I'm sure that was the only reason why you didn't like the thesis of the video anymore.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, no, yeah, you're talking about the money he was making. I mean, yeah, they're like I said, there are a lot of people that put out decent content, good content, and make a lot of money, and they'll be fine. But yeah, if you want to do like a certain
Edgy
type
stuff.
of content or talk about certain things, it's going to be really fucking hard for you. Yeah.
It's just unfortunate. Let's see, whatever questions we got written down. So we were just talking about your hiatus because you were sick and you were depressed. Where are you at now? Because you kind of came back and you've been kind of back. You've been doing like the monthly streams. So what made you want to come back? Am I taking it you're feeling better?
No, I mean I'm still sick and shit.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, one, money's nice, obviously, but
Yeah.
two, I want to try to enjoy it a little bit until everything collapses in on itself. I mean, you kind of had the whole pandemic shit show for 2 years, and now you've got international tensions kind of rising, and I'm sure that will lead into famine issues in the Middle East and Africa, which will be fantastic later this year. So, I don't know. All I know is there are a lot of retarded people in the world, and they seem really like to got that itch to want to end things. So I wanted to kind of enjoy myself at the end of the show, let's say.
For the encore, I guess, right?
Oh, I wouldn't call it an encore.
Well, I don't know what the word is, but you're enjoying it before it ends, before all this shit just
before the
goes
hellfire
away.
apocalypse eats us all. Yes, that's how I put it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how bad it's gonna get in like 5 years' time.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably be dead by then. You're going to have to deal with the fallout. That's why I can find it entertaining. I'm not going to be the one fucking irradiated, begging for wheat.
Yeah, pretty much. So I remember you've talked a little bit about like it's not entirely just cancer, correct? It's like they have you listed as like Patient Odyssey. So is
No,
there
so it's the program's called Diagnostic Odyssey. So essentially, it's genetic testing, right? Yeah. So I got cancer. That would have been fine on its own. I could have just done straight chemo or radiation on it, or even surgical if I wanted to go that route. The issue was I started to have like developments where they thought it was just autoimmune issues. They started getting really weird tests back. So you kind of go down and because I went to Mayo, so you go down, you see a bunch of different doctors. They're all specialists. I mean, you see everybody, even if you don't need that department. So nephrology, ophthalmology, you see ENTs. You just kind of go through everybody. They all do their testing and they come back together and they say, this is what we think it is. The problem was when they all did their testing and they came back to say, this is what we think it is. This is how you cure yourself or treat yourself. They were like, we don't know what the fuck's going on. You're going to have to go to genetics, genomics. So that's kind of where I'm at.
So they still don't know really what's wrong, but they're trying to help you out, basically.
Oh, I got no idea. Yeah, I mean, just it's just it is what it is, man. You do what you can. So yeah, it's I don't know what to tell you. I feel like I've talked about it too much, so I don't want to like drag on. I don't want to be, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I know. I just didn't know if there's any like new developments you haven't shared because I get why you don't.
Let me check the notes. Oh, here it is, penciled down. You're fucked. There we go.
But I don't know what else to say there.
It happens. Some people get sick, some people don't. You get some bad luck. You just, like I said, you got to roll with it and enjoy yourself while you can, I guess. Enjoy your youth. That's my message to everybody.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep that in mind. I've been enjoying it. I'm doing all this cool shit right now. I'm talking to one of my favorite, podcasters of all time, if that's what you want to call yourself. I was doing a stream with Turkey Tom and Augie and Kai the other day. Then I was on Destiny. Then I was in Orlando for AFPAC. I've been enjoying it.
Go out and do all the crazy wild shit you want to do. Yeah, live it up.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Especially with everybody in the like all the international politics and stuff. They all seem kind of retarded. So yeah, I'd be enjoying myself as much as possible.
So you got to do. I wanted to go to Japan. You were planning that last year, but you can't get in there anymore. So it's just like.
Oh, you can probably squeak by. Just ship yourself over there. Didn't they go over their Juro spiders here because of shipments? So hide in the same shipping container, ship yourself back as payment.
Yeah, that's kind of scary because aren't those spiders going to be on the East Coast? That's where I live. That's a little scary.
Yeah, but they're not like essentially harmless. They're
Yeah,
going to
but
run away from you.
they're huge.
Yeah, they're
though.
big. Yeah, they're big spiders.
I fucking hate spiders. But let me keep going through these questions. We just knocked through a bunch of them, and I didn't even have to like ask it. You know, you just kind of explained it.
Sure.
So I guess we're on to the non-depressing questions. So this is a pretty lame one, but you know what got you into making content in the first place?
Fuck. Some of the first content I made was video game related. I used to like, this is really old YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So back when AVGN was just starting and Armic was just starting, I kind of dipped my toe into it, I guess. But then I found it more enjoyable to laugh at people than try to make actual videos.
Mhm.
And that was it. It was more just kind of you got to remember back then, nothing was monetized. Nobody was making any money. Like the thought that AVGN or, the guy from that guy with the glasses would make money was very weird. And everybody thought it was kind of like a one-off thing. So everybody that was making videos really at that point was just doing it because they found it enjoyable. I'd say the majority were doing it because they found it enjoyable. I was no different.
Yeah. But from my understanding, you started not on YouTube, but on Stage 6, and you were doing like AMVs or whatever?
Back on Stage 6? Yeah. So there was a forum. Fuck me if I can remember the name of it. So there was this really... Okay, I'll give you the backstory. So
All right, let's hear it.
there was a super rich Scottish dude.
All right.
Multi-millionaire. And he was a weeb, like everybody else is a weeb. But he really liked video game reviews. So he funded a lot of video game reviewers, like Armic21 and just all these different Gaming Goose, all these different fucking people. Urinating Tree, I think, too, a bunch of them, Cloud and all that. So there was a big forum made for all these different people. I think it was like Axel Stripe. I think that's the name of it. Where they all got together and they kind of, I don't know, posted about shit and about video games and stuff like that. The problem was it kind of splintered off into 1,000 places because that many egos can't hang out together, right? And when that happened, a good portion, or I'd say a fair amount of people started using something called Stage 6. And so I used it because at the time it was so much fucking better than YouTube. You know, back when YouTube was like 144p and you couldn't really do anything on there, Stage 6 had 1080p full definition. They had no restriction on content. You could watch somebody do a Let's Play and then watch hardcore pornography on the same page. They let you do subgroups. So you could take like 100 different users on the site and make your own like little community with its page and videos and everything. So they had like a lot of really cool fucking features built into this website. And they fucking threw it all away because Hollywood demanded they do that because of the pirated material. They're like, if you want us to use your codec, for our videos, you need to get rid of this website. And the fucking idiots did it. Even though people were putting out huge money offers, I think, one of the co-founders put out a money offer, Microsoft did, and they just killed the website. I've never seen anything like it. They killed a really successful website for no reason. If they were still around, I don't think Google would be getting away with half the shit they do.
Damn. Because from my understanding, because I only did I think I just looked at the Wikipedia page. I just thought they just had funding issues because how high quality.
There is a video that was uploaded of a boardroom meeting. It's like hidden audio. I don't know if you can find it anymore, of the boardroom meeting where they're discussing this stuff. And no, it was not just funding issues. DivX. So Stage 6 was run by they used the DivX codec. And yes, this really came down to a fucking stupid financial agreement between them and Hollywood about what codecs would be used for DVDs and Blu-rays and shit like that.
So that's why it fell, because there was an autistic art. That is crazy, man.
The company itself had it like its hand involved in cell phones and like Korea and shit, so they thought they'd weather it out. I don't know. I used to know all the facts on this, but it's been so long I don't anymore. But yeah, no, Stage 6 was a great little website. But just like StreamMe or VidMe or, any of those, it just kind of shit the bed eventually.
That's unfortunate. But so the content you made on there was different from what you make now. I think somebody was going through the archives. You were making anime music videos or whatever.
Oh, we do everything. Yeah. No, I used to like to make fun of, I don't know if you could, well, you might not even remember this, but really early YouTube, they would make AMV videos, but it was nothing but Linkin Park. It was Linkin Park music and Naruto, and that was like the combination. And it wasn't like a meme or a joke. They really liked it. So we would make AMVs. We would make AMVs with really horrific music choices to see what the reaction would be. Shitty country music, really fucking violent music, anything we could think of to put in there to fuck with me. It was really fun, to be honest. But those days of YouTube are done. Like, you're not gonna. Yeah, it was fucking Linkin Park and Naruto videos. Holy shit, that was like half of YouTube for a while.
Damn, because all I really know about like those AMVs or like PMVs or whatever was I remember like rap ones, so set to like Evangelion. I just remember seeing them when I got into Ava like a year or two ago, from like 5-10 years ago or whatever. But
oh no, you haven't seen the good shit. No, the quality stuff, the old school stuff was nothing but fucking Naruto and Linkin Park, and there were like a million of those videos. Everybody thought they were it's just mind blowing, the amount of them.
Oh my god, 13 years ago, 55 million views. What the fuck?
Did you find one?
Yeah, I found a bunch of them from like 15, 13
I told
years
you,
ago.
I told you, man.
And they were this popular?
Oh, they were fucking crazy popular. This was like, it was a new idea at the time. Nobody had done it before. It was like, oh my god, this is a perfect combination.
That is something else, man. I think I see something autistic like happening nowadays on like TikTok or whatever. This is like another level. What the hell?
Oh, well, that was a great thing about like the first days of YouTube, or even kind of early internet, is there were just enough people to make it entertaining to interact with, but not enough people to bring shame. So everybody was super autistic without being like self-aware of it.
Yeah, that's what go on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, so like you didn't have social media impacting that. If like you were a retard now, it's on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and you're shamed or laughed at by millions of people. If you're a retard back then, you get like 2 views and nobody would know about it until somebody stumbled on it.
Yeah, because I think Turkey Tom we were talking about that, with the internet, you say something that's like completely just off the rails insane, but you say it casually because you're just so used to being in like your internet space,
Yeah. I mean, people were free to be as spurg as they wanted to be, and man, that was a fucking thing to behold.
Yeah, that was what was good, I guess, about the old internet, because, when I was like, I don't know how old, like 5 years old or whatever, for a little bit I stumbled onto YouTube, without my parents knowing, but eventually all good things come to an end, and they took my YouTube privileges away.
I thought you were going to say when I was 5 years old, I was watching things. I was going to say, how fucking old are you?
I'm 18. I turned 19 like a month.
Okay.
So I'm a young buck. But
you're a young kid. All right.
I would watch Lego stop motion videos. I don't know if you remember how many like Lego oh. What just happened? Uh-oh. I think the thing just crashed on me. Hold on. Oh, are we back?
Oh, you there?
Are we back?
Yeah, you cut out for a second.
That was weird. It just went away.
Hopefully Google Meet can
hopefully I didn't just show the link. I don't think I did. But,
you probably did. It's fine. But
if someone comes in, or can you have rules, so you can't, so you have to let them in. So all right, so we'll be fine, even if I did.
Oh, you're telling me to let everyone in?
No,
okay.
no. But they can't come in unless you let them in. So I think we're fine for right now.
So let everyone in. Got it.
No. And maybe at the end, actually, at the end, we can let all autism roll out, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, all right.
But I used to watch Lego stop motion videos. That was all the rage back then. I think even still today, Lego stop motion videos are popular. But it would just be like these like really bad, obviously taken on like a digital camera or whatever.
Now tell me, when you were interviewing Destiny, did you tell him about what the YouTube videos you watched when you were 5 years old?
No, why would I say that?
Well, no, you're like, you're telling me that. That's what
because we're talking about AMVs. We're talking about old YouTube. I'm telling you what
you just started saying. You literally said, when I was 5 years old, I used to watch Lego stop motion videos on YouTube.
Well, you're telling me, oh yeah, there used to be Linkin Park AMVs on old YouTube, and I'm telling you what I remember from old YouTube, from like back in like 2008 or whatever. The small subconscious that I have left of it that remains in my brain.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I have like a bad habit of like saying like the most autistic things ever to e-celebrities. I met Jared Taylor at AFPAC, and I immediately asked him if he's
talk about Legos with him.
No, I asked him. This might be even worse. I asked him if he's seen Evangelion and K-On! That was what I asked him. He's like, no, but he said he's seen Death Note, which I haven't seen Death Note yet. But
I would have asked him what's your favorite anime to masturbate to.
I wouldn't go there. But
why not? I would have filmed it too, and then made it my intro to my streams.
That'd actually be a little funny. It'd be really autistic, because that'd be a little funny, I guess. I don't know. in like an autistic way would be pretty funny. So when you were on stage 6, you were doing like I think prank call videos too. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Was
A
it?
lot of. I mean, I don't even know if you can do prank call videos on YouTube anymore. I think those are kind of dead too.
No, that's long gone because it's also kind of illegal depending on the state you're in or the state.
There's a really funny one that a dude did. He took what's the fucking dragon's name from Skyrim? The big bad evil guy. It's got the dark voice and shit.
I don't know.
Okay, well he's got voice lines where he does grr, I'm the world's evil shit and I'm gonna cut your head off shit. So this one dude did a video where he called up like a teen girl babysitting and then played that audio and she flipped the fuck, just sobbing in tears and shit. It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. She must have thought Satan had come up from hell and was gonna skin her alive.
Yeah, I remember prank calls are just dead, man. But there's some good ones out there. I don't know if that even exists on YouTube anymore. I'm sure if it was popular, I'm sure you could find it on archive.org or whatever. But
yeah. I mean, there's Wayback Machine. A lot of people don't know like Wayback Machine actually has full videos uploaded on there. Let's say I like watch Computer Chronicles and shit in Game Room on there.
Yeah, so I go on there a lot to pull up old videos for like my Hunter Avalon video. He deleted a lot of them, so I'm like going back to the archives. I'm trying to figure out all this shit to like revive some of these videos so I could.
Well, yeah, hasn't he like rebranded like twice now? Like he was conservative, then became liberal, and I think he's rebranding again.
He tried to rebrand as a true crime guy. It lasted like 3 videos. The most recent switch up is when Nick Fuentes reacted to my iceberg video. After that, he then watched Hunter Avalon watch my iceberg video about Nick Fuentes. And at one point in the video, Hunter's like smoking weed, and he's like, he said something along the lines of, "I like smoking weed because it like pisses Nick Fuentes off." But now Hunter is apparently anti-weed now because like he quit for like he made this long melodramatic, "Oh, I'm leaving for a year." He left for like 2 weeks. And he comes back, and like now he's like hardcore, like anti-weed now or whatever. And I guess that's his new. I guess that's his new stance, or
I don't know. I figure Hunter would have made a pretty good amount because he was fully monetized on YouTube.
Oh no, you don't know this lore. We were talking about this on the Augie stream with Turkey Tom. Hunter Avalon. You want to know how much he was making a year?
I'm gonna guess somewhere between 1 to 300,000.
Oh no, he was making 30K a year.
Really?
Yeah,
that little?
You can find it. There's a picture of the graph. Let me see. Is there a chat on here? I could link it to you.
Yeah, there should be on the right-hand side. If you look below, on the bottom right, there should be symbols like chat with everyone.
Bottom right. Oh, there we go. So yeah. So there's his wife. He got into a schism with this like schizophrenic guy from Argentina who's like a socialist. And he's
just a typical Tuesday.
Typical Tuesday. Yeah. And I guess he was like, "You made millions off of racist YouTube videos." And he's like, "No, actually, I only made 30K a year." And now the analytics prove that between the years 2014 to 2019, he only made 100K.
That's actually really shocking to me. I would have figured he would have made way more money.
Yeah, and he didn't really take off with the Patreon stuff because he never really had like the die-hard fan base. Kind of like what you have.
I thought he had like a huge channel, doesn't he? I don't follow him, but I thought he had like 500,000 subs.
Oh no, he did. But like, I think there's a difference between like a hardcore fan base that will follow you from website to website. That's like I think a rare thing people like you or Nick Fuentes have. Nick Fuentes can start a stream on any website, post it on like Gab or whatever, and he'll get like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people. I remember Hunter wasn't making that much on Patreon. I think he was only making like 200 a month. Meanwhile, at your peak, you were making like, what, 5K a month?
It's like 4 or 5 grand, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, he just didn't, I guess, have that, like, loyal audience that would, like, follow him around from website to website. I don't think he had a lot of sponsorships. I think
people just like to pay to hear somebody say faggot.
Yeah, I think that is, too.
Because I think that's what it is.
People understand that, like, me and you, we really can't make, like, advertisement revenue. So if they want to hear... like me say faggot or tranny or whatever, they gotta.
Well, you have super chats enabled right now, right? People are throwing them at you. You should ask your chat.
Yeah, wait,
I see them coming in. See, you should interrupt your stream every once in a while just to read a question or a comment. That's how you keep it going.
All right, we'll do one of them. We got a few of them. Can we get an woo?
Oh, you mean from me or your chat?
From you.
Woo!
Let's go.
There you go.
Can we get a cozy channel for Jim?
Well, like I said, I'm just not. I've played musical chairs so much right now, my ass hurts. So I'm fine where I am.
Jim,
Yeah.
Michael is a brony.
Oh, they're pointing out I was a brony
Michael
in
is a brony.
elementary school. That's
Jim,
pretty-
Were you a brony when you were
Yeah.
watching your Lego
Jim.
videos?
Yeah, I was. I was a true autist.
Michael-
Although I
How
was
old,
never.
how old were you at the
Jim.
time?
I
Michael
don't
is a
know.
brony.
How old are you in fifth
Jim,
grade?
Michael is a brony.
Like
Are you
10?
asking me because you don't know, or is that like
I
this is
don't know.
snarky
I don't know.
comeback?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of got back into.
I
it.
don't know, old man. How old were you in the 5th grade? Well,
I
shit.
don't-
Okay, I
I don't
want to
know.
ask.
I kind of got back into it a little bit when I got into like 4chan culture when I was like 14 or whatever, because it was the pony board. I was like, oh, okay, I remember that. Yeah, I was kind of like clued in
Who is
on it,
Jim's
but
favorite pony and why?
Did you have like an MLP costume? Did you walk
No.
around with like an MLP hoodie where it was like a
No.
horse head for the hood?
No, I actually had a T-shirt when I was in like the 4th grade, and I think I one time wore it to be funny, like to like a party or whatever.
Sure.
But
How did that turn out?
actually, it wasn't a party; it was a comic book store, and we
Okay, those
recorded-
are two radically different things. Wow, then how do you switch stream in your story?
I have a video of it actually. I think maybe I'll pull it up one of these days.
Wait a minute. No. How do you tell a story like that? So I went to this party. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. The DMV. And I was at the DMV, in my pony outfit talking about Lego videos, and they're all looking at me like I'm fucking crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just a true autist. This is what happens when you get raised on the internet.
No, that's fine.
So you're lucky, old man. You're lucky.
Well,
know-
you were a kid, so it's forgivable.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
guess
under
you're
the
right.
age of 13, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
That
And
is
I think
true.
people, the issues with bronies was like the 30-year-old guy who weighed 500 pounds, fucking a pony doll or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah, those people are pretty weird. And I never went to BronyCon or anything like that. But...
Now, are we sure? Are you like going to ease your way into
here's
this?
every convention I've gone to. I went to PAX East a few years.
Sure.
I went to Comic-Con once in 2017, I think, 2018 maybe.
Yeah, those are normal conventions.
Yeah,
it's
those
fine.
are the only conventions I can think of. And I went to AFPAC, so
Sure.
there's that.
Did
too.
you? So did Nick put rules down? Was he like, listen, man, you can come, but no pony shit?
No, he didn't say anything like that to me. No, he did not.
Okay.
I only got to see him for like 5 minutes. So he didn't get.
Were
he
you
didn't-
tempted? Were you tempted when he was giving his speech up on stage, talking about America First, to run up there and just start neighing at people and see what the reaction would be?
No, but I was at this table with Tenryo. We were just shouting the whole time. We were having a ball, just shouting like random shit. But nothing too autistic. I think
Nothing
Tenryo.
Twilight Sparkle related.
No,
Oh,
nothing
well, you're-
Twilight
yeah,
Sparkle
okay.
related. I think Tenryo at one point, Stu Peters was like, "This guy, he's gay." Like Tenryo would be like, "Boo!" and he was starting like every chant in there. And then at one point, Stu Peters like, "This guy's also a rapist." And I didn't yell at this point, but Tenryo was like, "Let's fucking go, my nigga, my." I said I broke my one.
So you didn't want to like outdo Stu Peters. You didn't have like any like a sudden urge just to be like, "Holy shit, let me fucking just take this down in flaming garbage," and be like, "I'd like to give a media interview. Yes, hi, I'm from America First, and I love getting fucked in my pony outfits."
No, I did not give us a thing like that. There was no journalists allowed. I think the one journalist who tried to get in got kicked out. And then he complained like 5 times. I think like the AFPAC people told him the homosexual conventions across the street. And like every time that guy spoken about it, he brought that one comment up. I guess he's pretty hurt about it.
Oh, the journalist?
Yeah, the journalist. He keeps talking about it in his article and a media interview.
Why
Just
did you
won't shut up
identify
about
as
it.
a trans child?
What? So
porn
did he
star when you
identify?
were
Was he
5?
trying to do like an undercover, ABC sting kind of thing, or was he like, "Hey, I'm a journalist"?
I don't know. I guess they just recognized him. I think he was trying to get interviews or whatever, like dox people. I don't know.
Oh, I gotcha.
But they had that shit on like lockdown. They didn't like reveal the place of the conference until like 2 hours beforehand. And I
Now,
thought-
when
Go
you
on.
were at AFPAC,
Mhm.
now, did you have like a cloth ruler so you could compare who had the bigger tummy, Ethan Ralph or Baked Alaska?
No, I did not. But I did see Ethan Ralph. That was so strange. I'm walking. Did you know he fell in the hallway?
Did he?
Apparently, he walked in. He took a big trip and fell in front of everybody. I wasn't there for it.
Fucking gravity's A-logging me.
I guess so. So here was the weird part, and this is the reality you're gonna have to experience in a few months when he finally drives his ass up to
Did you ever cook
wherever you're in.
When he's coming to get me? Yeah.
I'm just walking. I hear him laugh. It was a very familiar laugh, and I look next to me, and he's standing right there. I was wearing the Metokur hat at the Me Mansion, and everybody's like, "You gotta go up to Ethan Ralph and get a picture with you two with the Metokur hat." And I kind of wanted to do that, but You know, I was like a very last minute person. They got me in like a few days beforehand. You know, I told everybody I wasn't going.
Were you afraid he was going to start fighting you?
Yeah, I didn't want like some like big spurg out to happen. And everybody's talking about it, and it makes the event look bad because one of the... I don't even know if Ethan Ralph was a VIP person, but because one of the VIP people got into a spat with Ethan Ralph in the hallway, and it was on video. I didn't want...
I'm pretty sure he was a VIP, a very indignant pig.
Well, I wouldn't use that terminology, you know.
I would.
I don't want him coming to Boston. You know, he says he's coming to Boston. You know, I don't want him pulling up to my house. You know, he's going to Gator's house, Augie's house, your house.
If you
I don't want to be
protect
added
yourself,
to that list.
If you want to protect yourself, borrow one of your mom's purses, and then hang it from a tree that's about 5.5 feet off the ground, and you'll never be able to get it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe it has to be 6 feet because you know I didn't get a good look at him. But I'm 5'10". I'm slightly taller than Nick. If you wanted to compare those pictures with the pictures of Ralph and Nick, I think he's like 5'3", 5'4". Kai Clip said he was 5'5". So I think if it's 6 feet, I don't think he can jump that high. I think we'll be all good if it's at 6 feet.
I don't think he can jump at all. That's why I said 5'5" on the fucking tree.
Well, maybe it's like arm length. I don't know, like the length of his arms. Maybe it's like a long wingspan. I don't know.
Wingspan, okay.
I don't know. Jim's thoughts on the streaming platform Plexstorm. It has people riding dildos as they draw furry porn.
I don't know if I've heard of it. You know, there was some semi porn site I was going to try streaming on, but when I went to sign up for it, it was like, oh, we need like a photo ID, a photo of you, and like your social security. And it's like, fuck that.
Yeah, it's just whatever. What else? What other questions do we got? So when I was going through the what was your channel? Games Good, Me Bad. Was that one of your channels you had on YouTube?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How big did that channel get? Because there's a lot of archives of it. So I imagine it was kind of popular.
I mean, I'd say like a couple thousand subs, maybe.
All right. So tell me about the beef with Spax 3, because I know absolutely nothing about this guy.
Spax is fucking amazing. I'm glad you asked. So,
all right, let's go.
Remember how I told you kind of back in the day you could be autistic and nobody would pick up on it until they stumbled on you?
Yeah.
Spax is a fantastic example of that being stumbled on. So he ran away. He was so into Sonic the Hedgehog. He made a website where he'd like Photoshop himself in with Sonic hugging and shit. And he would do this video series where he'd scream. He would rage about voice actors in Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Like he couldn't stand, I think his name was Griffith.
Yeah, Jason Griffith, who was,
I think he would just infuriated, right? Like it was very similar to Chris Chan. You know how he went super autistic about arm color? That's how he was about voice actors and this shit and the media of Sonic.
What was his specific beef with this guy? Because I thought he was a good Sonic voice actor. You know, I was kind of into the Sonic.
I don't even remember. It was less me caring what his beef was and more the fact that I was astounded somebody made a Sonic website talking about this for fucking days, days worth of content. So I mean that was Spax. I made videos making fun of that. Fun update, because I've heard from people who've talked to him. He almost got kicked out of his house for nearly knocking his mother up by whipping a fucking cell phone at her head.
What? That's terrible.
He got super mad at his mom. You know that there's like a pasta about somebody beating their mother up for tendies or some shit. It was essentially that. Like his mom came in the room and she said something that pissed him off, and he whipped his cell phone right at her fucking head.
That's sad, man. I always hate when I hear stuff like that.
I thought it was hilarious
because
his mother can throw his ass out at any time. Another one that I knew from back in the day was Chibi Necodemics. I knew him before he started being noticed for like the speedrunning stuff. And he was a really weird, like he used to wear like a furry tail in public with like goth chains around his neck and shit. He was giving off all the signals. Again, old internet was fantastic. You stumble on these people and there was no shame. So they just keep doing it. It was great.
Yeah. That's what I kind of like about TikTok. 'Cause I feel like it's kind of bringing that stuff back because there's so many just weird people on TikTok who go viral just because they're weird. And it's not even like a character. Do you know who Daniel Larson is?
No.
Daniel Larson is this guy who's like convinced he's like a famous celebrity. He keeps getting like trolled by these people making like fake record labels. There's something about like him being a pedo. I don't know the full lore. It's been a while. But that's one guy you should look into. There's always some new developments. He ran away from his home?
Usually, it would just be something that I'd stumble across that I find funny. Like for a while, I
Yeah.
impersonated. Do you know? I think it's Pete Hines was the VP of like Bethesda. I made a social media account switching one letter in his name, and then I'd respond to people. Everybody that would ask him a question, I'd respond as Pete Hines. And I got him into so many fights with that, and he got so fucking angry. They wrote an article about it, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, is that known Metokur lore? Is that because I never heard of that? I know about the video game you made that got the FBI's attention. I didn't know about that part.
Well, the video game. You're talking about School Shooter?
Yeah.
That was actually cited in a judgment from the Supreme Court about some kind of case about free speech.
Really? That's crazy. Did you ever get a knock at the door because of this?
No,
Oh,
no,
that's good.
because I was a typical lazy idea guy. I was like, hey, you know what would be funny? Let's make a school shoot. But the original vision for this was much better than what it turned out as the Half-Life mod.
Oh, so you wanted to like start from the ground up and make a game?
I
and
was
sell
like,
it.
we need to, like, one of the characters I wanted was, I can't remember her name, but there's this Japanese girl who used a box cutter. She's like 12 years old and like diced up one of her classmates.
Never
And we're
heard
going to have
of
that as a playable character as like hard mode because all she has is a box cutter, right? There are no guns.
Yeah.
So like we worked out all of this on like who are the characters going to be, what weapons are they going to use, what schools are they going to target, and then Haberman's idea for what he thought would be funny with this, and there should be Fox News interviews that are up on like Vocaroo from this. They wanted him on Fox News to talk about it because they were going to put him up against Jack Thompson, and his whole thing was going to be I'm going to go on there and then I'm going to agree and be like we made this video game to point out how terrible video games are and how they should be banned to see how pissed off we can make ModDB.
That's pretty funny. So I take it, did it happen?
No. I think he got gun shy at the end. At the time, I don't think he was doxxed. Right? He didn't get doxxed until the Edie Singer thing happened on Ed, and they tried to sue him
They
for
tried to
sending
sue-
horse feed to her house.
Did he ever get sued? What was the outcome of that?
Sherrod, so DeGrippo, right? The owner of Ed
Mhm.
would protect you if you donated. So if you were a Spurg and wanted your article to go away, if you gave enough money, it would go away. So the Edie Singers were like these fat girls that were really not very funny. And LMT was a sysop at the time, and he's also a member of Metokur. And Haberman and LMT hated these chicks, and they hated how this shit was going. And so he got into fucking with her, and a lot of stuff, shenanigans happened, horse feed and other things. And she found out who he was somehow, and then sent. She was going to drag his ass into civil court in like New York or something. But giving what Ed being Ed, they posted all the fucking legal docs, and that's how he got doxxed. But I remember being on calls with him and shit, where he'd get pizzas delivered. Like it was a back and forth between these groups. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, the pizza delivery thing. That's I don't know. I guess that's like not as bad as sending a SWAT team to somebody's house.
Well, I mean, back in the day, it used to be you'd send them pizzas. You'd send fucking every religious group you could think of, because Jehovah's Witnesses and Islam, and everybody would knock on your door if you put in a request. Free delivery boxes. You could get like crates of that shit delivered. Just a lot of things. Like you could have their whole front lawn covered if you really put effort into it.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty funny. So that goes into the Metokur forums, which is where you got your name. So tell me more about the Metokur forums and thoughts on H Bomber guy, because I think he's like a big leftist YouTuber, but he used to be a part of it and he kind of like disavowed it. So
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this before, but yeah, so Metokur forums was just kind of an outgrowth from a couple users from Something Awful, because they were getting like, again, remember how I told you like a forum is going to turn to shit eventually?
Mm-hmm.
So there's certain things you couldn't talk about, certain things you couldn't do, so they made a side forum to be able to do that, kind of like, what was it, SAS, kind of something like that. So it was Haberman and Haas and H Bomber Harris, so he was there too. Yeah, they're all SA guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think I joined like maybe a year after they had established it. And it was just a fun place to shitpost and troll and do shit you wanted to do. But kind of after almost getting sued and doxxed, and Haberman kind of changed his political orientation, and I guess he got mad at me for making all the magician jokes, because his mom fucks a magician. There's some deep lore for you. That's not a joke, by the way. She really fucks a magician. So, I guess after enough of that, he was like, I'm gonna get rid of it. And then he got rid of all the archives, which was actually really impressive. That's very hard to do. But he got every archiving site to just fucking blackball it so you can't find it.
So there's just like it's just like lost to the sands of time, basically.
Yeah, unless you got like screen caps or something, or there are a couple videos up with people browsing it a little bit here and there. But like if you try to use like Wayback Machine or Archive, it's gone. He had personally requested to remove all of it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. But yeah, no, Metokur was fun. It kind of encapsulates, I guess, that time on the internet, and then it's almost a perfect tale of what happened. I mean, it was a fun place for people to be edgy, faggots, and then the owner of it started to get more liberal sensibilities, I guess. I don't know, and wanted to reform his life, and so wanted to do away with the icky, mean things that he used to do, which I still don't understand, but whatever.
So do you know what he's doing now? Is he just like off the internet, like nobody knows?
I mean, we did reconnect for a while and played video games, and we had an idea how to fuck with PewDiePie.
Wait, I gotta hear this now. You gotta tell me this. You can't just drop that on me.
Well, the basic idea was we were going to. The joke essentially was, let's do like a video game YouTube channel like PewDiePie, right?
Mhm.
We'll upload the most clickbaity shit that everybody's doing, all the dumb reaction picture-in-picture shit, and we'll build up an audience, right? And then we'll slowly start inserting hardcore Nazi symbolism into it and see how long it takes people to pick up that that's what we're doing. So the whole premise was we'll do Let's Plays and game reviews, but then start talking about Jews, just very subtly. And, a swastika will appear on screen just for a fraction of a second. And see how many people's minds we can fuck with. It would have been funny if that had gone through, but whatever.
What year was this? Like, I'm assuming after the Wall Street Journal shit, correct?
No, this was...
head of the curve.
This was way before that. This was... I don't even know what year it was. But yeah, no, PewDiePie hadn't... no, this was just... We thought it was... a stupid fucking idea.
So how are you gonna fuck? Where is the fucking with PewDiePie part?
Well, no, I mean that was how the conversation started up, because the idea was, I mean, he was used and a couple other people were used as examples of like, here are the prominent formulas for how to be popular on YouTube and video games.
Yeah.
And so, how can we mind fuck that segment, and what would you have to do, and what would be the funniest idea you could come up with? And that was. It would have been so great because it would have, the final video would have been like Haberman giving like a Nazi speech. It's like the last part of a Let's Play, but yeah, things fell apart before then. So
yeah, so we got a $10 from Paul Town, who's crying in the chat since I didn't read it immediately. Monday Matt, I don't know how you say this one. Vernaculus, is that how you say it? VERNA.
Vernaculus, I guess maybe.
Vernaculus. Kraut and Sargon are streaming on Cozy. Please join Jim. Shout out Applejack, Sexy Pony.
Are they streaming on Cozy?
I don't know. He's claiming it. I don't know if they're gonna actually come over.
Okay. That's... Fun. I don't know.
Let's go through like a couple more of these real quick, and then we can finish up with my questions. Around the time the Internet Aristocrat got retired, Jim mentioned he had an unknown popular channel that he had retired, which is why he didn't care about retiring IA. Was that BS? I don't get what that.
Oh no, I like to fuck with people.
So you just
even back in the day. Oh yeah, no, I remember I fucked like Milo. When he was starting to kind of doing his little ascension into popularity. God, what was it? This was right kind of during Gamergate. But I was like, oh, yeah, by the way, do you know what my popular dancing channel is? And he's like, what are you talking about? And it's like, oh, yeah, I have it's like 300,000 subs. And like, they couldn't wrap their head around it, but people started going to look for it. I always found the idea funny to make people go look for shit.
That's pretty funny. So, but to be clear, there is no fake stocks of you anywhere on the internet, so nobody's ever going to find anything.
No, there is. There's a picture of my face is up there. It's been up there for like 10 years.
And
it's a black and white photo.
No one's found it?
Everybody's found it.
Wait, there's a picture of you?
Yeah, it's a black and white photo.
You're messing with me. Hold on. There's no way. Because there's like a bunch of pictures, like people like, oh, this is Metokur, but it's actually not you. Which one is it? Is it the first one that comes up on Google?
It should be the black and white photo of somebody wearing a hat.
This one? Can you?
I've got your stream up. Can I link it?
Yeah,
Can you dox yourself for me, buddy?
Well, I didn't know you. I didn't know you were face docs. I always thought you were just still anonymous.
I'm the one that put the fucking photo up. I don't know if you'd call. It's so basic to me. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Wow, I never knew that. I always thought you were just anonymous.
Oh, here we go. I found. You know where I found it?
Where?
On the premier doxing website. Know Your Meme.
Really? Let me check Know Your Meme.
Here. I think this will link to it. Otherwise, it's dolphin porn. So good luck. Oh wait, is this
That
the right chat?
picture of you, what it's like. So that's what you look like, but that's like a very vague depiction of it because you kind of got
Well,
like a
yeah,
filter
the
going
entire
on.
point of it was to be vague. I was making fun of somebody that used really shitty filters on their Facebook.
Wow, I never knew there was a picture of you online.
It's been up there for fucking years.
Wow. People always post like, "Oh, this is Metokur," and I was just like, "Oh, it's probably fake." Damn. That's weird to think about, man.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess I learned the lore. I guess I should have known that, but
Should have known the hottest doxing site on the internet is Know Your Meme.
but then what's the other picture though with the other guy pointing the finger?
That's Haberman.
That's Haberman. So why do people think it's you?
Because that's the point. I named myself Metokur as like a fuck you to him because he deleted his website and I liked it. So it's like, oh, I'll make a YouTube channel under the Metokur name so he can't get rid of that. So the Metokur name's always there. And eventually people will be like, what is that from? And it'll lead back to Haberman.
Damn, that's crazy to think about. I didn't know that. So how come you still don't use your face in your videos though? It's because it's like such a vague photo, like you could never like identify someone with it. Or...
Well, first off, the photo's like 10 years old. Secondly,
yeah, it looks nothing like you now.
right. And secondly, there's no point. Like again, I don't know. I feel like people nowadays are fine with putting up their images, putting up videos, telling you where they live, putting up their fucking phone number, pictures of their school. Like, I guess when I started using the internet, like that was, it was unheard of. You'd never do that. Like, you'd never use your real name. You'd never show your face. You'd never, ever give anybody any personal details. It was a fucking bad idea.
Yeah. Which I guess it still probably is, but
I
I respect
guarantee you it's a hassle. Yeah.
yeah, I respect the anonymous thing. Or what did Ethan Ruff call you? A fake anon, a half anon?
I don't know what the fuck he was getting at. Yeah, a half anon. Yeah, you're half. How are you half anonymous? How does that work?
So let me ask you this: why did you change your name? Because that was like he kept asking you.
He kept asking me. I just felt like it. I could. There's another answer to it, but I don't know if anybody's ever going to believe it. You know, at the time, we were thinking of having kids, and then I got sick. So I mean, we kind of put that on hold. But this sounds so fucking stupid. If you call on a kid in the classroom, typically, almost statistically, they'll go alphabetically. So we were like, well, if we pick like an A name, that's really the thought. That
I mean, I was always the first because my last name's Alberto. Very rarely, I was not the first.
Oh, it's that Tiger Mom Asian shit. But I liked Augustine. I think I like the name.
Yeah, it is a good name. I can see why you picked it. So whatever questions do we got written down? I guess we can respond to a few more supers and then we can power through. I don't know how much time you have.
You don't have to power through. I've got plenty of time. Take your time. Relax.
Well, I guess we'll relax and we'll just hang out. Ask Jim if Kraut is still planning on suing him and if he will show up to court in a full Nintendo Labo armor, anonymous for 3.
If Kraut? Did he say Kraut?
Yeah, he said Kraut.
I don't think Kraut ever was going to sue me.
K-A-R-U-T, Kraut? Yeah. So.
K-A-R-U-T. Well, it's that would be Carrot, more like it. I think he probably meant Kraut. But no, Kraut, I don't think he's ever threatened to sue me. I mean, he kind of... The videos came out and then he disappeared and he came back and now he's making probably really good fucking ad revenue off his little pole and ball videos.
Yeah, maybe he was thinking of who was that schizo boomer?
That would have been I know who you're talking about. That's
Monograph.
His friend was Monograph, yes, and his friend Agent 79 or whatever the fuck it was.
That was a fun saga. Maybe was that when you threatened to go to in a Nintendo?
Oh no, Monograph was like he was super litigious, right? And there were videos up of other people where he'd just sue them nonsensically, like hundreds of lawsuits, kind of shit.
All right.
It was kind of like a courtroom pest. Okay, I don't know what Monograph and Agent have been up to. I think somebody said they had a fight, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. But it's probably entertaining.
So, but
yeah, I know. No, because I remember. Oh fuck, I can't remember the guy's name now. I started paying attention to Monograph because there was like some YouTuber kind of related to the Ethan Ralph sphere. He like did videos about him, and he did videos about or had an interaction with Monograph, and Monograph was going to like go full tilt at him, but he was very small. So it's like, oh, I'll kite him off him, and have some fun. So I did. My God, what the fuck is the guy's name? I can't think of it. I'm having an old man moment now. I'm pulling a Biden, and I can't think. Yeah.
And I watched that whole saga.
Oh, there we go. Somebody in your chat got it. Pike got it. Drummer 828. There we go.
Drummer 828. All right.
Oh, yeah. So
I
Drummer.
remember that guy.
Yeah. Drummer had done videos, and the Monograph went schizo on him. And I remember watching their interactions, and nobody would say anything about it. And I was like, oh, that's got to be probably uncomfortable. So it's like, well, he looks funny. So I kited him off a bit, and then Monograph and Agent got very mad about it, and did videos on that for a while. It was fun. Yeah, I think the last thing I did on Monograph was the Ricada stream.
Yeah, I remember that one. I don't know if I donated to that one. I think I've donated to or super chat.
That's right, H. Martinez. I do read chat.
Yeah, he's one of us. He's one of us. He's just a normal anonymous or semi or I guess face docs anonymous, whatever.
You half anonymous motherfucker.
Half anonymous name. You changed the name your daddy gave ya, Jim. Changed the name your daddy gave ya.
Oh, if you just did a pill shaking sound, you've got it now. I think Ralph is streaming at this very moment, probably screaming about you.
Let's check. No, he's not. He's watching Jesse Smollett. He's coming when he comes to Boston. He's pulling up to my house.
He's gonna kick your door down and scream A-log at the top of his lungs, and then come looking for you.
I gotta reinforce my door now.
You're done for, yeah.
Oh, it's over. It's so over. Okay, what else do we got here? Let's get to a few more super chats, and then we can go back to my list of questions.
Sure.
I'm a buy a Metokur hat BRB cheese topper for free, so there you go. It's a nice hat. I wear it all the time.
Because... Yeah, the only thing that sucks with the Teespring thing is, I did that Chud Bud Bully the Week jacket, and then they took it down because you can't use the word bully. At first, I thought it was maybe just related to bullying the week, right? Like I identified a group, so I tried doing a different one that was similar that just had the word bully on it, and then they pulled that one down too. So I'm gonna just try to find a different service to use, maybe. So I don't know, maybe better quality hats. I have no idea.
Try getting in contact with whoever Nick has doing for his merch because I got some of it at AFPAC.
Oh, really I don't want to do drop shipping. Like I understand. Well, no, you can make more money. I get it. Yeah. Like, and if you've got the ability to do that, that's fine. But like, I mean, it's almost like retail arbitrage. Like, I don't want to. That's so much work. I'm so lazy. Please don't forget how lazy I am. That's more work that I can handle.
Well, let me help you out. I love the hat. That's what's good about Metokur's merch and with other YouTubers because a lot of the merch I wear is just like e-celebrity shit. But I like it when it's vague, so like nobody would ever know I'm wearing like an e-celebrity shit. It's like that's why I don't really like wearing the AFPAC stuff because like.
Do you walk around with like stickers on you? Like how uncomfortable do you make your neighbors when
they're
looking
at
you?
Like I wear like I think I have like I have a few 1791L merch. I think I have like 2 PewDiePie.
So like when you come across like a chick in the wild, right? Yeah. Are you like, hey baby, check out this branded merchandise of 38 streamers you've never heard of?
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm always dripping. I got a unique style. I think nobody else dresses like me.
Remember, I'm an old man. You can't use a term like drip because I might get confused.
I guess. I mean, I guess it's better than wearing like a Nirvana T-shirt or whatever.
Well, who the fuck's gonna wear a Nirvana T-shirt? Kurt Cobain blew his head off like 30 years ago. You're way too late.
No. People always wore them at my school. I always saw people wearing like 90s or whatever band T-shirts or whatever like Metallica.
Oh, I'm gonna guess that was probably during the era where the 90s had come back in fashion. It was Vogue for a little while, and then everybody was like, "Oh no, wait, all this stuff is shit. I don't want to wear Zumba pants and parachute pants like MC Hammer."
Yeah, that was some of the kids would do that at my high school. Back in the day. Back less than a year ago.
Paul Town in chat saying I have to use terms like swag and drip. Listen, I watched that fucking horrific. I don't know the name of it, but there's a fucking awful show on Netflix about influencers from like TikTok. Something House, right? And all they do, I swear to God, it's like 52 different gay people, a couple trannies, and one black chick, and all they do is say the words "hot" and "Gucci" for fucking hours on end. And I wanted to blow my head off, and I was like, I hope to fucking God that's not like the slang people are using. That's Gucci. That's so hot. That's such hot Gucci. That's fire Gucci. I just fucking put a bullet in my head.
Yeah, I mean, people did say that, but like, I don't know. People will get mad at me because I would use like black slang. I would say like "cuh," like shit like that, and people would get mad at me in my high school.
Would you just walk up to a black dude on the street and be like, "What's up, my nigga?"
Actually, one time I was at the gym, and so I picked up the word "cuh" because I used to do like edit music videos with a bunch of like people from Florida, like over the internet. So I picked up like words like "y'all" and "cuh" for a while, and there was this guy from the Mississippi Delta at my gym, and I was working out with him. I'm like, "Yo, what up, cuh?" And he's like, "Yo, what up, cuh?" He was cool with it, but there's like a 9 out of 10 chance I'm gonna get shot in the head if I do that. So I guess I got lucky on that one time.
So you got to walk up to like the biggest black dude you can find, right?
Yeah.
And just be like, hand slap him and be like, "How much din would a din do if a din didn't do nothing?" And just see what the reaction is.
Just see what happens. I don't think they would know that one though. That's like, didn't Doja Cat make a song when she did that?
Well, no. After you do that, then you put like your hand by your mouth and like whisper to him, "That means I'm calling you a nigger," and just see what the reaction is.
I'm not gonna do that.
You don't want to do IRL streaming? It works so well for Andy.
I mean, I'm gonna be doing an IRL stream this in May supposedly with Turkey Tom, Augie, and Kai Clips, but I don't know if we're gonna do that. I think we're just gonna like walk around Boston and just not do Baked Alaska tier shit where we're screaming the N-word or whatever.
You should dress up like ponies and introduce everybody to America first that way.
I mean, I have a couple like MAGA hats. I was kind of thinking we could wear those around, but I don't know if they would want to do that.
Well,
Kai
I mean,
would do that. Kai would do that. I don't know about
you
Tom
could have
or
fun. You
Augie.
could put your MAGA hat on and then put the gayest outfit on and then explain to people that anal sex is the only way to save America.
Yeah, I'll wear a Cap Boy shirt or something.
Oh, there you go. Careful now. You're going to get ejected off the platform.
Well, I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, I mean, I know it's just a meme. Yeah, people, I think that was what I was nervous about when I was making the iceberg video. Because I didn't want people to think when I did like the Cat Boy lore, people thought I was accusing him of being gay. I was not, but I was just showing the clips of like where this like conspiracy theory of just like one-off clips of Nick being like compiled together.
Nick's sitting at his desk right now listening to this, sharpening his knife. Just keep talking.
He's gonna kill me. He's gonna invite me to the next AF pack. He's gonna slit my throat, and I'm just gonna be dead.
One less brony.
One less brony off his platform. He's gotta get rid of the K on people next, but he's coming for me first.
So you're gonna do IRL streaming then, huh?
I did one last night, I think, but I was just at McDonald's in my car.
So what you mean is you went to go get dinner and film 5 minutes of it.
It was 30 minutes, but yeah.
Takes you 30 minutes to go through the drive-thru?
Well, no, I sat and I ate the whole meal. It basically became a mukbang.
So you went through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
I used to hang out with it. You want another kind of Metokur-ish thing? We started a food review channel, and heck, Nervitel came up with this one. This was one of the most brilliant ideas I've ever seen. Because he was in the military at the time, so the room he was staying in was like there was nothing. It was like a desk. That was all that was in there. A desk and a shitty light. And so he came up with the idea to do food reviews. But he, as a food reviewer, had severe depression and was suicidal. So he would review like Whoppers and like Wendy's, and it'd be 30 minutes of him crying, eating a hamburger in a fucking shitty room with nothing but a desk. And it was the most depressing dead-on shit I've ever seen. And people didn't know how to fucking react to it. It was so good.
Did it get big? What's the channel name? Can we still find that?
I don't think it's up anymore. He did like 10 of these videos, and then Haberman thought it was funny and tried doing one and kind of ruined it. He stole his thunder. He fucked it up, I guess.
Damn.
I wish he would have continued with that, because it was just watching a suicidal guy eat hamburgers for 30 minutes is fucking great.
Ghost of Keith. How do you say Keith? That's how I say it. Kev? Ghost of Kev?
Ghost of Kiev? Yeah.
I don't know how you say it. For $31, what does Jim think about the war in Ukraine? World War III imminent? Is Russia finished? Is Putin going to make it out alive?
I think those fucking Turkish drones are worth their money. Holy shit. Like when I can't remember the name of the fucking thing, because whatever. I know people understand what I'm talking about, but I've enjoyed watching it. I mean, look, we've got Turks sending everybody drones. We've got Coach Red Pill on the ground reporting from fucking Kharkiv, or Kharkiv, or Kharkov. I can't pronounce any of these fucking names, but I know Coach Red Pill's over there dodging bombs and telling Ukrainian people they're pussies. As they get invaded. It's the greatest shit. I have a feeling we're going to see a video of Coach Red Pill hanging from a tree one of these days.
I hope not.
They'll probably upload it on his video. They fucking anal fuck him. It'll be neo-Nazis ass fucking him and then hanging him from a tree on a lamppost or something.
Yeah,
But no, he's over there doing like on the ground reporting, and it's like I love how he does it. He's like, I'm not like a Russian shill. I'm unbiased and neutral. By the way, fuck Ukrainians. They're nothing but a bunch of pussies. They should get raped. I hope their kids die.
yeah. It's like he just like he's like buying out all of these nice hotels or whatever because they're
He was staying at so he was staying at a fancy hotel. He had the pool all to himself, walking around looking like a babushka, like a little old Jewish grandma, right? Like he had his robe on, his hair's all wild and shit, calling the Ukrainians pussy from his fucking Hilton hotel room. And somebody saw, like, the manager recognized him. He's like, you're a Putin show. Get the fuck out of my hotel. So he ended up going to stay at a friend's place, and then he took a train back to where his family was. And then, like, as he tells it, a group of men came to kill him, essentially. And he narrowly escaped by power walking down the street. And I love how he tells this story, because he leaves out one key detail. He's like, I moved back in with my family. This is what blows me away. I moved back in with my family, my kids. We're staying together. And these men came to kill me, and I power walked away. So, like, was his family, like, hiding under the furniture as these men were trying to kick the door down? Like, how did that work?
I don't know. That's gonna be me though when Ethan Ralph. I just gotta power walk away when he comes by.
Yeah, I was outside having a cigarette. These the neo-Nazi brigade showed up at my house. I just power walked away. Good luck, kids.
Yeah, what is
Daddy loves you.
I keep seeing things about like Nazis in Ukraine. Can you give me like a brief rundown of what's going on? Because I've not been following this at all. I've been too focused on my e-celeb shit or whatever. So fill me in with what's going on with the Nazis in Ukraine.
I mean, that was Putin's justification for going in, or that was one of his justifications for going in.
All right.
Right. Remember, because he basically painted the Ukrainian government as being a bunch of neo-Nazis who were high on meth. That's essentially what he said.
Oh, so is that why all the left, like all these like communists, are supporting them going in?
I don't know if they're supporting them. I mean, I think like Vaush is like a communist, but he seems to be like pro-Ukraine.
Well, no, I saw like this tweet in which it was about International Women's Day, and like, oh, look at these women soldiers. 20% of the Ukraine military.
Oh my God, no! Like a majority of the shit you're going to see is propaganda on both sides.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I mean, that's undeniable. Like the Go See Kiev shit was the funniest shit. They're like, oh, he shot down 5 planes. He's an ace, and then it became 6, and then 10, and then people stopped talking about it once everybody started making fun of it. And the Russians are no different, just throwing out propaganda. But
well, yeah, but it was a tweet, but then all the replies were like, zoom in, she's wearing the black sun. And it's like all these like tranny lefty accounts, and they're like, fucking Nazi scums. It's like, they're like, go Russia or whatever.
Yeah, no. There are neo-Nazis there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, it's not like a majority.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm fascinated watching this as they do their brinksmanship. As the world's like, we're going to cut off everything, and as Putin's talking about nukes or chemical weapons, and it's just back and forth, back and forth. I guess my only real assessment of the situation, if you want to call it that,
Mhm.
is I agree with the people that have said that their equipment is not maintained as well as it should be, and their logistics is a joke, because it should not take that long to get a convoy into Kiev, and you shouldn't have something stretch out 40 miles on a single lane traffic with your fucking refueling trucks in the middle of your tanks. It just seems stupid. So I don't know if somebody in the army, what is his name, Shuji or Sugi? I don't know what the fuck his name is, but if he convinced Putin that this would be wrapped up in a week or whatever, but it seems like it's going to be drawn out for a while.
Mhm.
I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm not a soothsayer. Will it escalate? Who knows? I can tell you this. Yoon, who just got elected president of South Korea, one of the statements he made back in September of last year was he wants nuclear rearmament in South Korea. So Americans haven't had nukes in South Korea since the 90s. And like, he wants nukes there. He's like, I want nuclear weapons all over my country. Fuck North Korea, fuck China. So it just seems like, and the reason that agreement to pull nukes out of South Korea happened was because the Russians were uncomfortable. So it's like the perfect timing to get nuclear weapons back in South Korea. I don't know. Everybody feels retarded. I kind of half wonder if like the long COVID thing where everybody gets brain damage has affected world leadership. So maybe it's everybody's like become retarded and we're going to get to watch World War III. I don't know. But international politics and gamesmanship and brinksmanship and all that shit, it seems like it's just people on social media screaming at each other. Isn't Russia supposed to disconnect today? Are they still online? They were going to like
I have no
pull the
idea.
plug, right? And go on their own internet version or something?
I don't know. All I really know is kind of like what Nick said at AFPAC or like on a show or whatever, which isn't much that because I haven't been keeping up with the America First stuff as of late.
Well, I don't know what did he say?
He's just like praising like Russia for like what they're doing, and he's talking about Russia and China are gonna team up and they're gonna like build their own credit card processors, and that's like good for people like him because then they can use it as an alternative because he keeps getting fucked over by like the American banks or whatever. So that's
I don't
like
even know.
what he's talking
How would
about.
you even use it though? I mean, if let's say that happens, right, and the sanctions transfer over to this payment system. I mean, there's going to be a disconnect. I mean, yeah, you could get monetized in Russia and China, but how the hell are you ever going to get that in your American bank account?
Yeah, that is true. But it doesn't like Alex Jones have offshore bank accounts or whatever. I'm sure there's a way you can get it. It probably costs like a big fee.
I think I don't know. I think Alex is paid directly from the rabbi.
The rabbi. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the Alex Jones Jewish lore. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing it out there, seeing what sticks. Now, Alex they route their streaming stuff through Cozy now, yeah?
Kinda. I think it's just like a bunch of like classic Alex Jones videos and just loops. I don't think it's like actually rerouting like his stream.
What happened with his civil case now? Did he end up losing with the Sandy Hook parents, or what happened with that?
I have no idea. I think he lost. If he like how much money he lost or what exactly happened, I have no idea.
Yeah, my favorite Jones clip is the one where he was doing a show and he had his cell phone out and he was scrolling through news headlines, and then there's tranny porn in there.
Yeah, that's a no, but you know what? He gets the pass, I guess, on this website because everybody likes Alex Jones. So I don't know.
I just when he swing by his chat room, just be like, "We love tranny porn, Alex. We support you. Live your best life."
I guess so. I guess that's what everyone's gonna go do now. Whatever.
Was that AMO Staganich? Was like it was for research. I think that's what he said, wasn't it? He was like, "No, you don't understand. The little demon elves had come to get me from Clinton. That was some research to keep the gay frogs away." No, Alex, I think you just like jacking off to trannies. That might be what's going on.
Yeah. There was another America First guy who got caught. Kai Clips was caught liking a cross-dressing photo, but he claims it was a joke. So
does Kai stream with Alex, or is this like somebody on platform?
He was on my stream the other day. We're supposed to be doing a stream in May, but I guess it was out of context. I don't know the full context.
I think Paul Town might be right. The deep state clearly hacked Alex Jones to put the tranny porn on there during his broadcast.
If Paul Town is correct, he's always right. Ask Metokur about the old lore with Laura Loomer sexually harassing men. Great massage for $3.
Well, allegedly her pussy smells like wet bread. That's what the men she tried to get sexual with would attest to.
You see, all I know about her was the Dirty Bloomers and something about the Michelin Man or something like that. I don't know. Like her tire got flattened or something.
Yeah, so she drove her car too much and never changed the fucking tires because she's a woman. And then one of them blew out or got deflated, and then she tried to blame it on like an Antifa hit squad that was sent to her house. She's like, "Antifa's out to get me. Look at my tires." And, turn it into this big thing. You need to donate to my GoFundMe to stop the Antifa assassins from detonating my tires. And so I actually got to go on stream with her and asked her what her pussy smelled like. So that was a highlight.
So yeah, I guess that is a highlight. Get to talk to Laura Loomer. I saw her for like 2 seconds at AFPAC when, Nick came out and everybody like crowded around him. She like came out and like hugged them, and I guess she apologized or whatever for calling him like a Holocaust denier or whatever. And that's all I saw.
Did Nick lean in during the hug and say, "No, Laura, you don't understand. It's not that I'm denying it. It's I wish it would have
happened." I don't know. I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
And then wink at her as he walks away.
I don't know. I have no comment on that. I have no recollection of anything of that sort happening. Okay. All I know was I spoke to him at the beginning, and he made time for me for like 5 minutes at the end, and I thanked him for bringing me on this awesome platform, which is awesome. This platform that I hopefully don't get kicked off from that.
That I hopefully am not removed from immediately after the end of this stream.
VGM Zoomer, ask Jim when the Fight Night video coming out. Yeah, I think we got like 2 super chats about that.
A what video?
Fight night.
When the Fight Night video is coming
Yeah, it was
out.
something about, you said there was gonna be a video. It was like some video game, and like this developer, his like crazy.
Oh, the bird chick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bird
shit.
chick.
No, I was into that, and then I just kind of my energy levels are all over the place. Yeah, no, that's a great fucking example of what happens when you stick your dick in crazy. Like if you fuck a crazy enough chick, she's going to destroy you. And she waited for him to get that game released after developing it for like a year and a half or 2 years. And those sound clips are just, it's so spooky. She's like talking about how she's going to ruin his life and talking about the magical birds that tell her things. And like at that point, you know, she's so fucking crazy. How do you fight that? And this guy is just ruined from it. But
Is this game
Yeah,
doing
remember
better now? Is he doing what's that?
yeah, I think he's doing fine because people
Alright.
watch the bird clips and they're like, this bitch is fucking psychotic.
At least the bird clip saved his ass there.
They really, and that's how crazy she was. Yeah, like once you hear them, you're like, this guy's innocent.
Yeah, so hopefully the Fight Night guy, hopefully he's doing well.
Yeah, it was a fun little game. It's like a first-person fighter, you know.
So I take
once
it you
get
bought
the,
it and played it?
Yeah, no, I bought it and played it. Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I was thinking about buying it because it looked interesting. It kind of reminded me of, I don't know what era gaming I'd like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it's fun. I'd wait for a sale. I mean, it's worth picking up, but you know, it'll eventually be discounted, and then I pick it up. I'd go buy Power Slave instead. That's fucking amazing.
Power Slave.
Did
We'll keep that
Metokur see
in
the
mind.
Axios article
Going
yesterday
back
on
to the
white
pony
nationalist
stuff,
Hispanics?
Jim, who's your favorite pony
This
and
is
why?
real.
I
Nick
have none
Baker,
because I'm not a brony.
You
MichaelAlberto,
have one? You
and
can't even.
Paul
Can't
Town
even
No, I said I
lie.
have none.
Oh, you have
I
none.
have none. Yeah.
So you can't even lie and give the people a fake answer.
No, I've really never watched My Little Pony.
Damn. So where were you in the Pony 4chan wars? Because I was explaining this lore last night about like the bronies getting kicked off 4chan and whatever. Where did you stand in that whole debacle? I'm assuming you were anti-pony.
No, because I did videos a couple of times, like Internet Hugbox and stuff, talking about bronies.
Yeah.
Because some crazy bitch went after them, and there was another incident like that, and I took their side in both of those. Because she was mental, like some pink-haired chick. I can't even remember what her fucking name is at this
Yeah,
point.
it was like it was Princess Molestia. It was like a comic or whatever. I think
There we go. Yeah, it's just that was kind of at the time where like any group you could think of, there were people essentially infiltrating them and subverting them, and then and I know it's laughable to say how do you infiltrate and subvert bronies, right? There are we already at the bottom of the barrel, but you know, trying to turn it into a more uh PC friendly environment, I guess, and just suck the fun out of fucking anything that exists. And it always annoyed me, but you'd see it happen in video games, comic books, fucking online subgroups. It didn't fucking matter. Like everything got eventually took over and turned to shit.
it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Anonymous for 3 says, did Metokur see that? I don't know how you said the website Axios article yesterday on white nationalist Hispanics. Is it real? Nick Fuentes, MichaelAlberto, and Paul Town, Larissa. Viva Larissa.
I think Axios.
Axios.
No, but I did see the article about hand-sized spiders parachuting on people's faces all over the East Coast this summer.
So yeah, what's causing them to fly down? What's going on there?
No, they're just using their webbing to descend from trees. Lots of spiders do it. It was written as super clickbait. No, the Juro spiders aren't going to hurt you. You'll be fine. They won't even fuck with you. They'll just hide. They run away.
I think they're probably like scare the shit out of me when I see one, but yeah, as long as they're not gonna kill me, I guess we're fine there.
You should be good. Yeah, it's not like a huntsman spider. It's not going to chase you for the fun of it.
Whatever questions I got written down here. Oh, so this is what's interesting. So Turkey Tom was talking about how he had a Gamergate class in college. So what's it like knowing the influence of your videos and now basically being studied in college classes? What's that like feel like?
Oh, well, there is no influence. See, that's half the fun of taking part in something and then walking away from it is nobody remembers. So I'm sure they're doing classes on Matt Jarbo's jihad against women. His name could forever be associated with it.
Yeah, I mean, Turkey Tom specifically mentioned Sargon of Akkad.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Sargon or Matt or whoever you like. Yeah.
But you got away from that right away. So do you regret doing that? What was?
No, not at all.
Not at all. You don't regret it.
No, not one iota. No.
Do you regret deleting the Internet Aristocrat channel because it was pretty big? You know,
nope.
Pretty big.
No, I mean, going into Gamergate, I think it had like 40 or 50 because I was doing Tumblrisms on that. So people like that, it was like 40 or 50,000 subs at the time, and I think Gamergate brought it almost to 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't regret that. Jesus, no.
Do you regret being involved in Gamergate?
No, because it was fun at first. Because everybody's mindset in the beginning was, how do you fuck with people? It chaps my ass, but the Occupy Wall Street guy was right. Because I talked to him a few times. Like one of the original organizers of that was like, this is gonna implode on you. Just trust me, dude. I've watched this shit happen before, and he was completely right about all of it. But like black faxes and shit like that, and just goofy shit. It was almost kind of like when 4chan started fucking with Scientology. In the beginning, that was fun, and then it got really gay really fast.
I mean, I guess all good internet movements are bound to die at some point.
Well, because people start, I guess, attaching figureheads and faces to it, and then it just, I don't know. I don't know, man. Anonymity is dead on the internet. When you had a majority of anonymous actors in anything, it was more entertaining. But once people started to want to be known by who they are and build a brand on it, it kind of just kills the momentum.
Yeah, because you were always anti the face doxing shit, and you one of your reasons you left was because people were making money off of it.
Well, yeah, but what you would see all the time was, help me get a new wheelchair, #Gamergate. Help me pay my rent, #Gamergate. My girlfriend kicked me out. I need to buy groceries, #Gamergate. And I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But then everybody's like, oh my God, you poor baby. Let Reddit take care of that for you.
So you were upset that Gamergaters were basically acting just like the people on the left do, where anytime something bad happens, it immediately becomes a GoFundMe.
Well, yeah, I mean, it started to kind of morph into that. I'm not saying everybody did it, but it was just got really bizarre really quickly.
Yeah, I guess I understand that. What else did we have written down?
I mean, I had no issue with if people wanted to make money, but I don't know why you would have to then try to, piggyback that off of. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to monetize and make your money, go fucking do it. But like, they were specifically using Gamergate to try to like fundraise, and a lot of people started doing it. It was really weird to watch happen because, again, in the beginning of this, the mindset was, fuck everyone and let's be as horrible as we can be, and it was super fun.
Yeah, it does sound pretty fun. But that era of the internet's long since dead. They've killed that. They're doing college classes about how 4chan's evil and anonymity's bad or whatever. So
yeah, anonymity's bad. Yeah, I can't have the well, yeah, you're gonna live to see real ID. I mean, that's gonna happen probably in the next decade.
yeah,
Where where it's your central identification. Your identification is used for every fucking account you use, so you can vary up the usernames, and that's what the front-facing part will be. But there'll always be a private one that links it back to your identity, and they'll say it's because it's a safety issue. They want to make sure kids can't access stuff, and they want to make sure that bad people don't hurt other people. But that will be the final death knell.
Yeah, but I'm face doxed. Everybody knows what I say. So I guess it doesn't really affect me, but it affects other people.
No, it's not even for. It's not even for you. It's not because you should be worried about other users on the internet. It's just the idea of the government having that level of control over what you do.
Yeah, that's
because then the things you say start to get affected, and the social media companies, even though they say they're not talking to each other behind the scenes, they absolutely are. So you start a shit fit on your anonymous, quote unquote account on one website, and now it's linked back to your real ID, and then they filter out your punishment to every.
Oh, did it just end? What the fuck? Let me DM him real quick. What the fuck happened? It wasn't like last time where it just 404'd on me. I guess he ended it by accident. Let me DM him. Alright, he just sent me another one over. Alright. That was strange. 2 times now. We've reached 2 times where this happens. Let me go to this screen to make sure I don't accidentally leak it or whatever. Okay. Let's open it up. What's going on in here? Alright, nothing going on in there. Okay, so not showing my screen.
Okay, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, yeah, it does that occasionally.
It's whatever. It's whatever. As long as we can keep talking. So we were talking about Gamergate still, correct?
Oh God, were we?
I don't even know. I guess we can. I guess we can.
Disconnection ended that conversation.
I guess that was a good thing because I don't know. I feel like Gamergate is like so talked about, like, and nobody shuts up about it. There's like all these schizos that think Gamergate is responsible for every bad, quote unquote, bad thing that's happened in like the last decade or whatever. Like,
It'll be the boogeyman for a while, but some new shit will come along and then it'll transfer off to that.
Yeah, it'll be. I don't know next.
With the great TikTok wars, who fucking knows?
That's gonna be interesting when Gamergate stops being the boogeyman.
Well, I mean, it essentially has kind of died down at this point, but I'm sure people still talk about it occasionally. But yeah, some new fucking thing will come along that'll be the fad, and then all the journalists and other people will use that to scream oppression for the next 5-6 years.
Can't wait. Although actually, no, I think I'm excited because then I can finally stop hearing the name Gamergate because I'm just sick of it at this point. I've talked about like every single video I've made, like so many of them. I'm tired. I just want a new movement.
Well, that's probably why Google kicked us out. If you say the name Gamergate 3 times, Google disconnects you.
It's like Bloody Mary, but autistic.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What do you? Okay, so this is going now, I guess, to like more modern stuff. What do you think of what you said on COVID-19, and do you still stand on it? Because a lot of like people and like my Koji chat, when I brought that up, they were mad at you for two things: COVID-19 takes, and allegedly you made a joke about Nick being gay or whatever. So those are like
Ralph said that on stream. I didn't really respond to it. I mean, I might have made a gay joke about Nick. I don't know. I think there was a tweet where I made a half-hearted gay joke about him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't mind making catboy jokes and talking about rumper dumpers. We can do that, but your channel will be jealous if we do. As far as like the COVID thing, I mean, I still stand by it, chat. Get mad at me, and then send him money to tell him how mad you are.
Thank you, man. 07.
No, you got to remember when I first started covering the COVID thing. I mean, that was from like January 1st to like March of 2020. That was it, though.
You were ahead of the curve, man. You know, I remember I was wearing face masks in public.
Yeah, but I'm not even bringing it up to say that I'm ahead of the curve. I'm saying I covered it at the very beginning. So like people are attributing a lot of this COVID shit to me, acting like I streamed about it last month. No. It was 2 years ago. It was at the very beginning.
It was 2 years ago when the media was telling us not to worry, and all we had were videos in China on 4chan of people's like houses, like they're like putting bolts on their doors so they can't leave.
Yeah, I mean, I think my last stream was before it even got to the U.S. I mean, it was I think in Italy at the time.
So yes, I mean, I think it's kind of unfair to like criticize stuff that you said when there.
That's right. Jim's a good boy.
Yeah, good boy.
No, I don't regret anything I said about it. I mean, I still think it's a fucking issue. Mm-hmm. Even if you discount deaths and hospitalizations and all that shit, and you can, that's fine. It's the idea. This is, I guess, something that always bothered me about it is the idea of like a delayed trigger. It's the idea that you get it and then it morphs or fucks with you years later. You know, something like shingles turning into, chickenpox turning into shingles, or Epstein-Barr now they think turns into MS, right? Mm-hmm. So it's something like you get COVID and then it fucks you up 2 years from now, even if you had a healthy reaction to it. And so with all the shit about brain shrinkage and fucking with your brain and organ infiltration, I don't know. I just don't want to have like a generation of polio victims that's going to start to emerge in the next fucking 10 years, whether that's from the virus or the vax, whatever. But it's going to be a shitty situation either way.
It will be. Are you vaccinated, if you don't mind me asking?
No. Nope.
No. But is it because you're afraid of it, or is it because of what you have going on, or?
Well, I mean, one, it's because I'm sick, right? Yeah. My immune system's fucked. But, you know, outside of that, if I was going to take a vax, I've talked about this before. The one that I would take is the one that's being offered from the French biotech company, which was an attenuated whole virus vaccine. So it's a normal vaccine. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to take your fucking viral vector or your or any of the shit that's going to fuck with RNA or DNA. I'm not going to take it. And, you know, so the viral vector one does it. The mRNA one does it. Even the nanolipid one does it. But I don't think the nanolipid one's available in the U.S.
Why do you think that is?
Probably because Pfizer and Moderna will like give us your money. I don't know. Like
That's what
I
I'd
always found it
imagine.
weird. You know, I remember when they were trying to say it was a pandemic of the unvaccinated. I always found it weird. Like, if your goal was to vaccinate people, why don't you open up the whole market? You know, there are Chinese and Russian vaccines that are attenuated whole virus vaccines. So none of the mRNA stuff. So if you're like you're super concerned about getting everybody vaccinated,
Is
you
Jim
want
a
that number
fan
to
of
be
Hunter X
90%.
Hunter? And does he think
Let
the
the
hiatus
whole
will
market
never
be
end?
open. You know,
Yeah.
and the safety testing shit. And you got Pfizer coming out with their documents. I think. What did they say? They had 25,000 adverse reactions. Was it in the first 3 months of distribution? If you look at it, I think in the first 3 months that it was available in the U.S., there were 950,000 people vaccinated, and that's split between Pfizer and Moderna. But even if you said all of them were Pfizer, that's still 2.6% having an adverse reaction.
Yeah. So I guess that's interesting. I mean, I don't really know too much about the vaccine shit, but what do you think of vax mandates? I'm assuming you're against it.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I
they
think
don't
action
Base.
should have
net.
been taken at the
Crowd's
beginning.
Discord docs server
I
helped bury it.
I took an
Like those
isolationist
old
policy, and I
videos
still
of
think it
Jim
would have been the
people.
best.
Your
Oh yeah,
eyes
no,
will
I
be
would
open.
agree. They should have just shut the borders down. Nobody goes in, nobody goes out. Fucking make sure people can't even leave their state or whatever, unless it's like a very valid reason.
I would have shut down the U.S. In and out, right? I mean, fuck it. If you want to send us our allotment of fucking computer chips and Pringles,
Mhm.
that's fine. Send it to the port. But I don't want tourists coming in bringing your fucking plague with you, right?
Yeah,
I
or
think at the very
immigrants.
beginning, yeah, I think at the very beginning there was a chance that that might have worked, but who fucking knows? I
It's
don't
too
know.
late now.
Yeah,
We
if
can't have
action,
nice things.
we can't have nice things. That's right. But no, I stand by it. It was fun to cover. It was wild at the time, and I still think I stand by it. I still think it's lap made. I think the Chinese knew about it.
Mhm.
I don't think it was an intentional release, but I think it definitely was an accidental release. Um, and I think that's why they had the reaction they did. That's why they locked everything down because they knew they fucked up.
Yeah. So this goes back to that, but what about? Did you read that academic document that was written about your COVID coverage?
Yes, the one where the guy was like, "It's very weird as a right-wing extremist that he has maintained the same position throughout the entirety of his streams."
Was that really what he said?
Yeah, that's in the paper. He was a little befuddled by the fact that I didn't just switch it up like 2 streams in and be like, "Wow, this is what I think." He's like, he continually says that the Chinese are to blame for it, and that the liberals are going to use this to enact a system of control on people.
I mean, I think that's aged kind of well to a degree. I would say.
I'm telling you, one of these days it's going to come out. They're just going to blankly say that it's lap made.
Yeah, I don't. I would believe that. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. Like what? Some guy was eating bat soup, and then this
Did
new
Jim see the
disease just
Louis
exists.
doc
And
on
I
Nick
don't
and
know
AF?
about that.
Right.
What
They
did
try
you
to
think?
sell it off
Two
as
week trainings told me it was
naturally
supposed to
occurring,
ruin
which was
AF
just
lol.
ridiculous, and then tried to act like there's no way this is gain of function research. Um, and I thought the two medical advisors that were under Trump and the one that's still under Biden, Fauci and Birx, is it Birx? I can't remember her name. Were both shit too. You know what? I always found it weird when people would attack Fauci that they never used the most effective method to do it.
Mhm.
If you went into a doctor, right, and that doctor gave you contrarian advice that he knew was wrong, and that led to your death or injury, he would lose his license. And yet Fauci, along with the Attorney General, was able to publicly essentially state that no, don't wear a mask. Masks have zero effectiveness. But then Fauci comes out 3 months later and says, "I lied about that. Masks actually are effective. We needed to stockpile them." So you have a medical doctor telling people don't use a mask. It's not effective, and then he comes out and says, "No, I lied." So I'm really stunned that people never said, "Well, how many people did he kill with that?"
It's
Right? How many people just went out like it was an ordinary day and got, dead or injured? That would have, I think, sunk them in the beginning, but nobody ever picked up on it. They always focused on other shit.
yeah. Like I don't like Fauci. I don't know how people can like respect him. There was like that weird propaganda piece that was on like I think Disney released it.
That was that, yeah, that it was like PBS or Disney or something. It was the
Yeah.
biggest circle jerking, self suck fucking piece of media you're ever going to see.
You know, he fucked so much stuff up, but you know, he's still a good guy. You know, he might have gotten a lot of people killed, and there's no repercussions for it. And
But
he's
Fauci's he's a fair weather fuck. He'll say whatever you want. I don't think he has any opinions that are his own. He'll basically say whatever he thinks people want to hear, which is a terrible fucking person to have in any crisis. Whether you think COVID's a big deal or not, you still want the fucking person running the show to have a fucking spine.
yeah.
Um, No, I never liked him. I especially disliked Burks. I thought she was just fucking insufferable. I can't remember if that's it'd be something Burke or Burks. I don't know.
I can't remember. So what do you? So now that you've given that opinion, what do you think of Stu Peters' opinion on Anthony
Asked him
Fauci?
why he didn't stop Jade
I
from
don't
selling
know
her
what his
vaccine.
opinion
He
is.
said we should hang him.
Well, I don't know if I'm not going to publicly say that
let's
I
not
want
go
to hang
that
people.
far. I know, but everybody was like chanting that at like the AFPAC event. That's probably. I think you can see why some people wanted him kicked off Cozy and why it was considered to a degree. But
I don't know. This shit's still out there. I don't know what it's going to do. Again, I still take COVID seriously. I still think that it's going to be a fucking issue. I just don't think the way they're approaching it is going to work. If you're giving a vaccine that doesn't prevent the transmission of it, what's the fucking point? We give people MMR vaccines when they're babies. Have you ever heard anybody say, I got a little bit of mumps? Oh, just a touch of rubella? Just an itsy bitsy bit of the measles? Oh, he'll be fine. He's just going through a little episode of polio. Right? No, the shit doesn't transmit. That's the whole point of a vaccine. So if the fucking thing keeps transmitting, it's going to keep mutating, isn't it? So what's the point?
yeah.
Oh, it cuts down on hospitalizations? Well, I mean, does it really? People are still hospitalized and dying from this shit.
Yeah.
So it just seems like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
So I think we've wrapped up what you think about COVID still, It should be still taken a little bit seriously. I would agree with you there.
I'm fine with people disagreeing with me on it. I mean, I was never screaming people should get vax mandated, or that we should be welding them in their houses like the Chinese do. But I still think isolationist approach would have been the best. I think we should have cut the world off and wait and see what happened. But I guess that's too extreme. Maybe, I don't know. Business has to run. People need to make money.
Yeah. So I think you answered this earlier, but what made you want to make content again?
Like I said, I mean,
Money.
well, yeah, I mean, money was a part of it, but yeah, the other part of it was I feel capable of doing a little bit of shit, and I don't know. The world seems to have gone insane, so I want to try to enjoy it before somebody pushes a big red button and sends 6,000 little presents to the rest of the world.
Yeah, it always gets worse. When I was on Destiny stream, JonTron was vindicated. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
You need to keep a positive mental mindset, my friend. Listen, don't think of it as a nuclear apocalypse. Think of it as your opportunity to real life enjoy Fallout. All right, we're talking survivalist shit. You're gonna get to live that life, and that sounds fun.
That does sound pretty interesting.
The first thing you need to do is you take your gun to the first stacker's house you can find, and then you laugh at him for spending all his money on silver and not getting a weapon, and then you kill him and take all his shit. And now you have a ton of silver and a weapon, and you're already doing better than everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I can withstand. I don't know. Go find maybe I'll build my own bomb shelter or whatever. With all the super chat money you guys are making me right now.
Oh, that's right. You can go out there. See, your chat's already like Loot Crew. See, they got it. They understand how this goes.
Yeah, they don't get to live, but I get to live. That's how it works.
Is that how it is?
That's how it works. You can come in. Maybe we can get Nick in there too.
I don't know. Have you ever seen those nuclear Fallout maps? What state are you in?
I'm in Mass.
What can you say? Or
yeah, I could say I'm in Mass.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
Oh yeah.
Now, see, where I am, I'm golden in Minnesota. Like Minnesota and Wisconsin are like the nobody gives a shit states. Everybody else is getting fucked into the dirt. North Dakota and South Dakota especially.
Yeah, they're gonna. I don't know. Maybe I'll be all right. I don't know. My dad always said that. He said, if a nuclear war happens, we're fucked. We got all the hospitals around here.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. We're gonna go for all population centers and military shit. It's not gonna be pleasant.
Maybe I'll finally get to move to Wyoming or some shit, and I'll be fine.
Listen, I'll say a prayer for you. I mean, it'd be ironic if the cancer guy survives and the healthy kid gets blown away in a nuclear holocaust. But I'll build a little memorial with like a Brony statue to you, and then below I'll say in memory of, and then I'll write P.S. His chat was totally for the vaccine. Just in case anybody walks by and they're like, what is this?
It's over for both me and maybe you will survive. Maybe the cancer is like immune. You're like immune to the nuclear blast. You can just walk around.
Well, I mean, technically it's just a big radiation treatment. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably be sitting pretty.
Yeah, you'll be nice and fine. I'm going to be dead though. I'm going to be dead.
Yeah, all the healthy people are going to get wiped out.
the cancer man lives on. He's gonna outlive me, Ethan Ralph.
Well, I mean, isn't that what Jesus said? The meek shall inherit the earth. Something like that.
Something like that. Has anybody ever said to you, "You sound familiar" in person?
No.
No, because I remember. I think it was Dream. I mean, I know Dream's much bigger than you, but he's like an anonymous.
Do you think the guy with 40 million fucking subscribers might encounter this situation more than the dude that does subscription videos?
You have quite a few million views. I'm assuming you've spoken at public at some point. Someone was like, "That voice sounds a little familiar."
No, you're kind of like this billionaire,
you're just
famous
like him.
person.
You're
just
like
you guys
him.
are just peas in a pod and shit.
You're the same. You're the same, the exact same. You both didn't you do like a Minecraft video at some point? I don't know. You did some sort of gaming stream. So you're pretty much the same, if you think about it.
Yeah, just the same, right? Yeah, well, just a little more Nazi iconography thrown in for fun.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think that's all the questions I've written down. Do you want to go through a few super chats? I don't know how much time you have.
I got plenty of time. Just whatever you want to shoot.
It's like I don't want to, because I felt like I was watching one stream you were on, and it kind of felt like you wanted to leave, but the guy kept asking you super chats. I didn't want to be that guy.
No, that's fine. If I sound tired, it's just because when you get sick, you're kind of like not as energetic as you usually are.
Yeah.
That's just like a side effect of it.
Yeah, when I get sick, man, I go down for like days. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You're just kind of like, fuck.
But
it's not necessarily.
We're going.
Yeah, it's just because you're sick. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead, read it whatever you like.
Yeah, it's because like I don't know, man. When I never get those sicknesses where it's like, oh, I kind of feel kind of shitty. It's like I'm on like death's door. Like I don't eat for like 3 days.
Yeah, you go through the whole motion of it.
Yeah, it's rough, but it's whatever, man. Anonymous for $3. Thoughts on Gab and Andrew Torba?
Thoughts on Gab and Andrew Torba?
Yeah, what do you think about Gab?
I joined Gab when it first opened up, and then it was nothing but people sucking Trump's dick nonstop 24/7, and I was just like, I can't. Like, I came here because I want to talk about whatever I want to talk about. I want to have fun calling people niggers, and it just wasn't the. I felt like I went to. It felt like it was like it was like a weird mixture of Twitter and Facebook, and this is my experience again at the very beginning. But a lot of Q shit, trust the plan stuff.
Trust the plan.
We've got to trust the plan. How did that plan work out?
It's the greatest. Is it like a troll op? What would you even call that?
I'd call it a happa that wanted to be famous. That's what I'd fucking call it. But cicada for boomers. That's how I've described it. But no, it just they didn't get it. I guess we didn't mesh well. So I was like, well, it's just not. It's not for me. I mean, I'm fine. I like having alternatives, right? Like I said, I used a bunch of different alternative websites, but at the time, it was just not. It was really rough, man. In the beginning, it was really fucking rough.
Yeah, I remember using it a little bit back then.
Oh, yeah. So your chat remembers where we go one, we go all, which is apparently back to your house after being embarrassed. That's where we're all going.
Yeah, I think the reason why a lot of these people know it was because Nick kind of like adopted that rhetoric, like kind of ironically, because he always says, trust the plan. He always makes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was telling everybody where we go one, we go all. I was going to be
like, no, I don't think he ever said that. But I mean, he did that collab with Sam Hyde, where I think Sam said that it was called QAnon Exposed by Sam Hyde.
I see Paul Town saying Q has been vindicated. I forgot. I mean, I must have missed the newscast where Space Force started dropping fucking iron rods on everybody, and then Hillary Clinton was arrested by our special aquatic navy. I can't even remember what the plan was exactly, but there was a lot of wild shit.
Ethan Ralph for $3. I am coming to see you first, MichaelAlberto. Expect me. Also, there better be sandwiches. I don't know.
Oh, you always have snacks for guests. Yeah,
you gotta make sure. He's nice and well fed.
Gotta be a good host. Yeah, exactly.
Do you think he's actually going to come to your house? Yes or no? I want to know.
I don't think so. I think he did get the point of what I was trying to make to him, especially with the Gator thing, which is really, it's really weird, man. You can't have people like Richard Spencer and Jared Taylor and just these kind of figures, I guess, on your, or if Fuentes even, on your stream, and then turn around and be like, I'm going to go to my co-host's hometown and tell everybody he's a Nazi and try to get his life destroyed by telling everybody at his school and his workplace he's a Nazi. Like, that's really fucked up. It's just not a road you want to go down.
It is very fucked up, but yeah, he's kind of like I don't know if he wants to like a hypocrite or whatever. I think he was trying to be like tongue-in-cheek about it, but you're trying to ruin some guy's life when meanwhile you stream on Nick Fuentes' website and his life is like,
Well, I mean, I brought that
All
up to him.
those.
The thing
Yeah.
with Masterson getting kicked off NP2,
Mhm.
the thing with Nick getting fucked with when it came to the bank and the no-fly list. I mean, that's essentially what, when you brand somebody like that, that's the result, right?
Mhm.
And so I was like, because in the old days of YouTube, um, there was have you ever heard the term 5x5?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so what people would do is they'd 5x5 somebody. So it's 5 blocks across, 5 blocks up. So you create a grid of like 25 blocks. And what they would do is they'd pick a target and then they'd go there and they'd print out their picture and their full name and be like, this person fucks kids. And
Oh,
they'd
that's
put it
not
on
good.
every fucking light pole, up and down the streets. Like there are videos of people doing this. That's really early YouTube. That shit would get pulled down immediately.
Yeah,
But it always ended badly because it was just not something you want to engage in.
yeah, does not sound like a good thing. It sounds like a lot of lawsuits are about to
Mm-hmm.
come if you do something like that. Jim spoke Jim spoke years ago about the death of image boards and how they're co-opted by feds. Are there any possible alternatives in 4chan and 8kun?
No, I mean, I think you're gonna like, where are you gonna go? I mean, what you're gonna have to use peer-to-peer services, right? Or mesh nets? I don't know what to tell you where to go to be able to say whatever you want without somebody trying to infiltrate your little group and fuck with it.
Do you still use 4chan?
Yeah, no, I mean, I still like shit posting. I still like laughing at dumb fucking shit. So I still browse Poll and V and TV and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, B is pretty much dead. B went from a place that was like an alternative to Invasion before Moot took that down, and it became everybody posting selfies and dick pics. Like that's what B is now. There's no more Habo shit. There's no more fuck with Scientology shit. There's no more let's go fuck with a live streamer shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's disappointing, I guess, in that regard.
Because I wasn't around for that, so whenever I would like watch videos going over the lore and talking about B, I was like,
Oh
B's
my god,
awesome.
it was great, dude. There was one thread where a dude posted a picture of like
Hmm?
he said something like I want to fuck my daughter or I want to fuck my daughter's friend, right? And he posted like a picture of her like her of like a locker, and the whole thread tracked down what school that was based on lettering on the jacket and found out the dude was like the principal or assistant principal. And then messaged the superintendent with all the information in the picture and got his ass fired.
That's good. But yeah, that old 4chan stuff doesn't really exist anymore. Because when I started using it, it was pretty much dead. It felt like it was like no more energy.
No, I mean, it used to be you'd go out and fuck with people, or it'd be a funny thread, or there'd be screwed up shit going on. But like now you're not going to see that anymore. I mean, fuck, there was like on the you'd have it like even insane people like trip fags, right?
Hmm.
On the fit board, there was a trip fag, right? Who would post. It wasn't even that he posted that much, but there was a dude that was a stalker of him that
Yeah.
wrote like a fucking manifesto, like a 3,000-page manifesto about every post he ever made, talking about he wanted to live with him and they were going to be lovers and just all this weird shit. And his parents found out and said he can't post on 4chan anymore. So he put a last post up and he showed the manifesto and uploaded it as like a PDF. And he's like, "I'm so sorry. I hope we meet in another life."
That's something else, man.
Oh, that's what, yeah, but I mean, that's when it was fun, right? That's when crazy shit would happen on different boards and it was entertaining. UTV, there we go. Flemish retard said in the chat. There we go.
Yeah, that old stuff doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah, so I don't know what the alternative is, where you'd go to kind of have that that stuff. I mean, you can't even do it on like Discord, can you? Because I mean, isn't that like run by fucking furries? So
yeah,
like,
everything gets deleted. I had to re-add Kai to our group chat like an hour before this. He's like, "Oh, my Discord got deleted again. Please re-add me to the group chat."
right. So I mean, everything's kind of getting cut down wherever the fuck you want to use it, you know.
Yeah. What else? Questions? Hey Jim, if I ever hear you talk about Laura again while trying to play cool with us over on Cozy, you're done. From Loomer's Nazi husband for $3.
You're done, buddy. You're
You're done.
fucking done. Did she finally have her little Aryan babies?
I don't know.
You know, she got drunk and tried to hit on a dude, and she was like, I want your white Aryan babies in my Jew pussy."
She is quite the character. I'm not too familiar with the lore, but
Oh
with
my
her,
god,
it
you
is-
should look up these clips. They're fucking fantastic.
I guess I will. The person I'm kind of interested in maybe making a video and sometime in the future is Stu Peters, because there's just so much lore to this guy. I had like no idea who he was till I saw his schizophrenic speech at AFPAC. But this guy, man, I guess he used to be a rapper, and then he was like a bounty hunter, and then out of nowhere, in like 1 year, he's like this conservative star. So it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of these names. I'm not familiar with Stu Peters. Now that you told me about his Fauci speech, I might go listen to it.
Oh, it's pretty funny. I remember we went to the meme mansion afterwards. They had it on like the giant movie screen, and everybody's just like booing it the whole time. It was pretty funny. They replayed it like 5 times in a row, or it's like more like 2, but they kept replaying it. And Vince was there, and he was one of the speakers. He's like, "Why are you replaying this?" He was like so pissed off because all the people were mad. And I guess I can say this now. I didn't want to say this because I didn't know it was public, but like a bunch of the people who were there were like, "Oh, we got to get this guy off Cozy. This guy sucks. He's a fed or whatever." But Nick said he didn't want to kick him off because he didn't want him to become a martyr. So that's where.
Well, now you've just given the feds their best route in, right? Because now they can all just say, "You've got to let us on your platform, otherwise we'll be martyrs."
I guess. Did Jim see the Louis Theroux doc on Nick and AF? What did he think?
Yes, I did. I did watch that.
What did you think?
I thought Louis. It was very weird. Because I'm familiar with how Theroux does his documentaries generally. It felt like he eased up on Nick. Like I felt like he was going to go in hard, and he kind of backed off. It felt like the only one he went hard on was Beardson.
Yeah, Beardson got the worst, man. I kind of felt bad for him because it seems like he actually does regret saying that thing. But
saying that he wanted to rape Brittany Venti?
Yeah, we'll just call it that thing, though.
Are you not allowed to say that on
no.
this
It's just I'm just trying to be off the court or whatever. But yeah, it seems like he feels bad about it, but now everybody just knows him as the guy who wants to rape somebody.
Brittany Venti?
Yeah.
You can say it. It's okay.
Yeah, he wants to rape Brittany Venti, or he jokingly.
Oh, clip it, chat. Clip it and send it to the press.
It's over. It's over.
Another cozy streamer is gonna try to ass fuck Brittany Venti. You heard it here first.
Oh boy. Well, one of these. Somebody said there's probably people from like the SPLC like watch my shit frequently since I'm on here, which is kind of funny to think about.
Well, yeah, it's so weird that you mentioned that. That people might be watching you to see if you say something untoward. Which is why I thought it was so weird before we started the stream that you sent me all those Nazi links.
Oh yeah, that totally happened.
And then you were like, "Jim, you need to watch the greatest story never told. It changed my life." And I was like, "I've never heard of it before, man." But you were so insistent on it, so I'll watch it after the stream.
Yeah. My chat always talks about it and gets me to watch it. And then Turkey Tom the other day on my stream, he's like, "I like to imagine Michael in 2017 watching My Little Pony and James Allsup videos at the same time, watching videos about The Great Replacement or whatever." Zoomer Dev says we are receiving elevated reports on this channel. Oh no, chat.
I think every time you mention Beardson wanting to rape Brittany Venti, the chat's getting more elevated.
Oh no. Paul Tan says Brittany's so sexy. I wouldn't rape her, but I would take her out for KFC. All right. I thought he was gonna say take her out as in I'm gonna kill her.
Oh my god! I can't believe the streamer on Cozy TV is threatening to kill Brittany Venti. Holy shit, he's extremist.
Yeah.
I just like to say I love the Jews and Israel, and I don't agree with anything this man is saying.
Oh no, same here. I love Israel. You know, this is all in context. It's all in context. Obviously I disagree. Obviously,
your chat is disavowing you. They're like, that's too extreme that you want to murder this woman.
Oh, whatever. Ask Jim why he didn't stop Jade from selling her bat soup.
Because we wanted to see the reaction.
The reaction.
There you go.
This guy asked you, like, I guess 2 times about the... Oh, did you think it was going to ruin AF, like the Kiwi Farms poster thought it was going to do? The Louis documentary.
That the Theroux documentary was?
Yeah, everybody on Kiwi Farms was like, it's so over for America First. This documentary is going to, like, tank the movement. Or whatever.
No, I think, I think with like mainstream coverage, it's usually a bad idea to do like a documentary or a sit-down interview, because usually there's one of 2 things you're tending to do. One is either paint you badly, right, which is kind of I think what people expected, or the other is to attach a name and a face to something to make it a focal point for attacks. So I don't know, maybe that's what Theroux but again, it was a little weird, right, with the Theroux documentary because it kind of went. He was talking to Nick. And then it went straight into Beardson, and then Brittany Venti, right? It was just
Yeah.
it felt a little schizophrenic or a little disconnected.
I think it was just too short. I think he needed like 2 hours to tell the
Are
whole
you
thing.
making fun of Beardson and saying he's a manlet now by saying it's too short?
I don't know. He
This
actually wasn't that short.
Starting fights with everybody. Oh my god.
To be honest, I was gassing when they're thinking this guy's gonna be 5 feet tall. He's actually not that short in person. He's like 5'7", 5'8".
I thought you were gonna say he's like 5'0".
No, I thought he was gonna be that short, but he actually wasn't that short.
Okay, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
If Ethan Ralph and Beardson came up to talk to you, who would have to sit on the other's shoulders to look you in the eye?
It'd be Ethan Ralph. You're trying to get me in trouble with everybody, man.
Yeah, I am. I totally am.
You're trying to get me in trouble with Nick, with
The old
Beardson.
internet still lives. It's the other thing that wasn't forums.
Classical positioning for 10. And anonymity is dead on the internet, and Kraut's Discord doc server helped bury it. Watch those old videos with gym people. Your eyes will be open. Thank you for the 10.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't yell at each other on YouTube now, and that's essentially fucking done.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you can't. Like, yeah, everything is bullying and harassment. What's the new one they're using on everybody? The one where, like, even if you post like fucking clips of somebody's Twitter or Facebook, it's like some kind of privacy violation shit.
Yeah, it's retarded. I mean, the only like beef that can really exist now on the internet is like really stupid, like petty shit. No, it's not even that interesting. Like nothing like crazy or like funny from like the videos you were making a few years ago. So like, I mean, I think Turkey Tom does a good job at like still being edgy with it, but like,
oh yeah, like I said, I mean, there's still people that can do good videos and they're work around that kind of like constraint. But
yeah, but what's Jade? What's that girl Jaden posting? What's she been posting? Let's check out her channel real quick. Oh yeah, everybody keeps talking about this jelly bean creator who is like this just like this really annoying like TikToker that blew up and it's getting like 1 million views a video, and it's like not even that interesting.
It's a chick?
Yeah.
So I guess the first question is she hot?
I don't know.
Well, are you looking at her?
I think she's not face doxed. And I'm not.
So she does TikTok videos of her tits? What are we looking at?
No, she's like Minecraft, and I don't know how old she is too. So I don't know. I thought she said she was underage. So I don't know.
So they're massive TikToks of underage Minecraft characters.
I don't know. She doesn't even like show her face. It's like an animated character on the bottom of like Minecraft parkour.
I guess Minecraft parkour is a big thing on TikTok.
Oh,
I don't know.
Huge. You know, you get a footage of Minecraft parkour and you like just read Reddit posts, you're guaranteed like 1 million views. I don't know what it is. And Ethan Ralph is in chat.
Okay.
He says, "That's my dick alone at based 305." I don't know what that was in response to.
Good to know.
Good to know. My good friend Ethan Ralph's watching. Jim, I know where the old internet still lives. It's the other thing that wasn't forums. Think 90s. I don't know what he's getting at.
Bulletin boards, I guess?
Maybe.
News groups? I don't think they're around anymore. IRC?
I have no idea. I wasn't around for the 90s. So I wouldn't know. Hyphen for 3. Jim, why did you groom this child? Are you planning on... What's that say? Invading Ukraine with your child army you've groomed for the last 20 years.
I don't know. All I know is you've said such extreme things on this chat. I hope none of your audience clips them all and puts it together as a montage of you talking shit about every single person on Cozy TV.
No, I love everybody on Cozy. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. I think we're kind of out of questions.
You got your list done? We went through them all?
No, we've been done with my questions. I've just been going through like the super chats for right now.
Sure.
Being in the internet today is like being a Native American and watching your reservation get turned into a gay shopping mall. From Metokur perspective, from 3.
But you don't get a casino as a consolation prize, which really sucks.
Tell Metokur that he's a huge softie deep down when he helped Mayweather was being blackmailed. Merriweather was being blackmailed.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah.
What was that about?
They had somebody that was, like they said, blackmailing them.
With what exactly?
They're making threats to damage their reputation in the business they do. and it was somebody that it's a long story, but it's been dealt with.
All right, that's good. Ask Jim if he's watched He Will Not Divide Us and who his favorite characters were from it.
Oh, I love that shit.
That's good
That
stuff.
was. When are you ever going to get a celebrity that says, "Here's where I am. Come, please fuck with me." Like, I'm going to do this stupid art project, and you know exactly where I am, and I can't protect myself. Please come fuck with me and ruin my life. And Shia doing that was just next level. I watched that shit every day. And you got more and more people going out there doing skits and stuff, and he got angry and he started assaulting people and chasing them down the street. It was so good.
Did he sexually assault somebody or harass them, like kiss them or whatever?
Is Trudeau the new
That's
Hitler?
something
I don't think Shia LaBeouf was kiss raping people, and He Will Not Divide
I
Us.
hope
But
not.
he was throwing punches and he was chasing after people. I do know he had legal trouble. You might be right. It might have been with a woman, but something happened like between the second and third time he moved the fucking thing.
Yeah. Jimbo Zoomer for 5. Justice for Carl Benjamin. Death to Anita. Girls are not gamers. Okay, I'm not reading the rest of that out. I mean,
go ahead. Why won't you read that? What's the matter?
it was something regarding the word white. I think we're good on that one. Why is Canada so gay? Is Trudeau the new Hitler?
Well, I think Trudeau has killed all his political capital. How is he ever going to get elected again?
No idea. When's the next election?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to Canadians.
Is Jim?
I like the honking. That was great, though.
The honking was good. I met Tyler Russell, who was like streaming all that.
Chat's
shit.
calling you out, man. We're saying you're scamming.
It's something about.
You're pulling some IP2 shit. You're scamming donos.
We'll go back to it. We'll go back to it. We just got to read these ones. I don't want to miss anybody.
You're trying to run the clock so they forget. I'm not going to let you, scammer. Read it out.
Dude, I got to go back and find it. Hold on.
It's only one down. What do you mean you got to go?
No, okay, I found it because I refreshed the page and it's on like page 5. White power to the player. That was.
Clip it, chat. You got you. You won, chat. You won.
All for $5. I'm just like a whoring myself out here. Okay, I think we're almost done though. So if anybody wants to send their last ones in, is Jim a fan of Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter? And what does he think the hiatus will ever end?
I mean, I've seen it. Again, because I'm a pathetic weeaboo, but I don't follow it that closely. I'm mostly like reading manga and then just kind of, like I said, working my way through my fucking collection of shit. And playing Elden Rings.
Elden Rings. I gotta get back into watching anime. My house is like a fucking mess, so I haven't been able to watch anything. I want to finish rewatching Ava because I bought it on Blu-ray. I've just been going through it. I'm rewatching it for like the 50th time or whatever.
You know what you should do? Which should be funny. You should record your parents arguing, and then play it on your computer at full volume. And when they come in to complain, be like, "How do you like it? How do you like it?"
It's funny you said that because I could hear my dad saying something downstairs. I don't know if the mic picked it up. That's why you said that.
He's probably watching the stream and he's like, "Why is my son saying white power?"
Okay, it's in context. It's in context.
There's no context when they clip it, friend.
I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I can always change my name and move to Japan or whatever, if worse comes to worse.
You're gonna run for Japan, huh?
I guess that's where I'm gonna go. I don't know. Where else could I go? Like the guy can drive. I can just go somewhere else. Start a new life.
Oh, your chat's mocking you now.
To teach the next generation
Why?
I agree, Chad. I agree. He said it totally in context. I don't know why he's trying to deny it now.
What do you mean I'm not Portuguese, Paul Town? What are you talking? Oh, yeah. Wait. I misread it. He isn't even white. He's Portuguese. Yeah, it's so true. I'm not even fully white. So we're all good there. Will Metokur ever talk to Michael Malice? Malice follows Jimbo on Twitter and has retweeted him several times.
I don't know. What are we going to talk about? Furries shitting themselves? Like what? Like the stuff I stream about. I don't think a lot of the people that might follow me on Twitter would be down to talk about. What do we? When I bring a guest on it, usually it devolves into talking about furry shitting themselves.
Yeah. Got a few more. I'm gonna take you to a place where we could be friends forever. Are you ready to be my friend? Tarkston for 3. I don't know if he's telling that to me or you.
I think he's saying it's you because you've been so brave about advocating for white power on your stream.
Oh,
You
boy.
become a figurehead.
I'm
of,
the leader of America
National
First.
Socialist Movement. Yeah, and they're very proud of you.
The new leader. Flamenco for 3. Ask J.K. Rowling CS horsefucker, I mean Bosch. Wow, very funny, Flamenco. You know, I let you restream my stream. You probably made hundreds of dollars, and the best you have is $3. Really, Flamenco? And also, I want you coming on my stream after Jim leaves. You know, you gotta give me content.
Calling him cheap. Yeah.
It is cheap. $3. How much money did this guy make? I want to see the analytics after his stream ends. And I want half. I want half, Flamenco. I'm half your content. He's just sitting there laughing like, oh, that was so funny, Jim. Oh, that was so funny, Michael. Give me some of that money. I want some of it.
You better pay me for ruining my reputation with all this white power talk.
Paul Town for 5. We need you on Cozy to teach the next generation about the lost days. The kids don't have shit these days. I think he's talking to you.
I thought he was talking to you. You've said some really extreme shit, so I think they're all really behind you right now.
I don't know. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me to asking on Cozy. Every Cozy streamer talks like, oh, get Jim on Cozy. I'm like, I don't think he's interested.
What are you going to do if your fellow streamers turn you screaming white power into their ringtone and you meet them at the next convention? And like you hear it going off.
Stop giving them ideas, Jim. Stop giving them ideas. Yeah, Turkey Tom's going to play that on a loudspeaker when we do the IRL stream. That's what's going to happen.
And just point at you as it's blaring down the street?
Yeah, we're going to be in like the middle of Boston and like lip shit like victory, and you're just going to hear an out of context clip of me quoting Jimbo Zoomer. So, Jimbo Zoomer, I want at least give me another 5 for that. And yeah, I think we're out of supers, Jim. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, it's been fun. I had a good time.
It's been an honor, man. Yeah, I've watched your content for years, so it was really bizarre to see you out of nowhere just wanting to come on, accepting my request. But so I guess some good things did come from my parents screaming in the background of my live stream.
You should go thank them.
I should. You know,
you should go thank them and be very nice and do some, chores around the house because they're going to need to protect you when the mob comes for you after the next article drops saying that you're the neo-Nazi leader on Cozy TV.
Yeah, true. I was gonna make another joke, but I forget what I was gonna say. One more super chat. Let's get this out of the way because they're just gonna keep sending us shit to keep us going.
Homework.
I spank Miss Elf. Michael, love your stream, but really can't think while doing homework. What is? Yeah, no, we're not. What is 1,508 minus 20? I don't know. I'm not too good at math on the fly.
Well, I think you should work it out. You've got a notepad open. Why don't you do the math?
Well, I don't have a notepad. It's a Google Doc.
Okay, well, use the Google Doc.
Let me pull up my calculator. Let's see what happens. Let's see. 1,008 minus 14. Oh, hold on. Oh, no.
You fucked the whole thing up, my friend. You got all the numbers wrong. That's impressive.
1,508.
Don't ever become a tax accountant. It is a future career decision.
Minus 20. I don't know how to read that number. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it on screen, but it's a certain number.
The other 3 of the
what number would that be?
It begins with a 1. I don't know. There's also a 4 in there. I don't know if you know the last 2.
I don't know. You're the math wizard.
I'm asking you.
I never could do math well, but I'd like to ask the neo-Nazi leader of Cozy TV, what was 1,508 minus 20?
I don't know, Jim. I don't know.
They're calling you a scammer again.
I'm not scamming. I genuinely don't know the answer. You know, maybe we can type it in on the... I'll make sure to not have my camera
That excuse for not doing math is not going to work on the IRS or your chat. They're calling you a scammer. You've got to do the calculator.
Let's see. What is 1,508 minus... What was it, 20?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that number is, chat, but... There you go. There's your answer.
Are you putting it up on screen? There's a delay on the...
I showed it on the screen.
Now, did you get the numbers right?
Yeah, that time I did get the numbers right.
Okay. I hope chat takes that clip of you doing the math and then overlays the white power audio on top of it.
Yeah.
I hope that's the intro to Nick's next stream as he throws you off the platform.
Well, let's see what happens. You know, it's like that Cowboy Bebop quote. You know, whatever happens, happens. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't control
Gotta
it.
Go with it.
Can't control it, so you know.
Hey Jim.
If my life goes good, that's one thing. Goes bad is another thing. All right, we're wrapping this up for real. We got 3 more super chats. $3 anonymous. Love you, Jim. 07's in chat, boys. $3 from Mango. Here's another 3 of the 12 I made. Yeah, I totally believe you only made $12. Ask him about J.K. Rowling versus Vosh.
Yeah, I thought that was funny because Rawlings started taking shots at him after she liked the tweet where people were showing his "there should be no age of consent" quote,
Hail Hitler 6000.
and so it's wild to me that that's going on. And then Newsweek did an article on it, so it's really fucking bizarre.
Yeah, and then got a Conquest 91. Hey Jim, just wanted to thank you for all the laughs over the years. I still kept to We Was Kings and Sovereign Citizen vids. Also love the series on the guy with the glasses series. That was like I think one of your best series.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing the Black History Month videos, but there's no way in fuck YouTube would have like I was able to do 2 of them before it got too too restrictive to do anymore.
Yeah, and final one, Paul Town. No, I'm scamming you, Paul Town. I'm not reading that one. You guys.
Oh,
got
it must have
enough
been
on it.
really good.
And do you want to read it, Jim? I can post it in the chat and you can read it out. Help me out.
Oh, are you scared? Let me see what it is.
I don't know. I feel like I said enough enough clips to go out of context. I think we deserve one.
Don't worry, Paul. I'll read it for you. If you posted it.
Yeah, I posted it in the chat.
Oh, on the Google Meet thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Google Meets.
Okay. This is from who is it from again?
Paul Town.
Okay, from Paul Town. Dear Michael, you left your dildo and dirty underwear over at my house. You need to come pick them up before my parents find them. I can't have everybody knowing what a fag you are. From Paul Town.
Hey Alberto.
Yeah, that's definitely what Paul Town said. And
I don't know why you were scared to read that.
I don't know. Why would I be afraid to read that on cozy.tv? And then Hard Retard, hey Alberto, what's up? Thank you for the 10. So I think that's where we're going to wrap this up. It was an honor talking to you, Jim.
Yeah, no, I had fun, man. It was a good time.
This was fun. And, what did John Tron say at the end of the Destiny debate?
I have no idea. I just remember he had, what did I call it? Red pill Tourette's.
Red
I love
pill
when that
Tourette's.
happens, by the way. Yeah, when you get so into something and you've taken so much information that it's like you can't help yourself. So, like, you read enough poll and suddenly you're screaming Jew at people on the street. That's what happened to John Tron during that discussion. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, but do you remember his last thing he said before he hung up the phone?
Oh, was it something about, I don't know. I actually don't know. What did he say?
Rip my career.
Oh, they could put that in the montage. Thank you for quoting that.
So, yeah. Thank you for the super chatters, even if you're going to get me in trouble. Thank you for Jim. It's an honor. And, yeah, I guess if Flamenco wants to come on real quick before I end stream, we can do that.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll take off. Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. Take it easy.
Enjoy your chat making montages.
Adios.
All right. Bye, man.